Yeah, we're ready. Is it going? All right. Yeah, we're at the tail of the tape. The MMA show presented by HedgeBettor, and this is gonna be the first episode. We got the Vernon brothers, TJ and Liam, with us.
We got the same mom.
Liam to my left, TJ to my right, and I'm Joey Davis, and we also got Rough N Rowdy double champ Bobby Lights Out Laing with us today. And everybody want to say what up?
We're gonna break down some fights. We got some fights coming up. Bobby's fight's coming up, and ready to get into this.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to open up with Ben Askren versus Jake Paul tomorrow.
Oof.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Oof.
Waiting on this for a long time.
I will say that Jake Paul is a minus 190 favorite, and Ben Askren is an underdog at plus 140.
That is crazy. Ben Askren is a full-grown man.
Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer. Yeah, he's the best wrestler in MMA. There was a time period where he was the best wrestler in MMA.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything.
No,
it does.
It does. If you're gonna be the best at wrestling,
yeah,
that carries over into other aspects of fighting. He's not a scrub. He's not a scrub on
just
his feet.
for cardiovascular
Yeah,
purposes.
that alone.
Yeah.
Have you been watching his videos of him training?
He looks terrible.
He looks like a 48-year-old dad who's out of shape and just signed up for like a boxing class to get back in shape.
Yeah.
But he's always 100%. Looked like that. So
No,
that's
but
why
like,
I'm not.
hitting the
Jake
mitts.
Paul's throwing bombs.
He's hitting the mitts like someone who's never thrown a punch in his life, which, granted, I mean, he really didn't throw many punches in his life in fucking MMA. All he did was wrestle people and take them down.
But you have to realize he's fought the best of the best.
I know.
The best strikers, so he knows how to avoid.
I'm just playing devil's advocate.
No, I know.
We're gonna get to this, but I think I'm gonna bet on Ben Askren.
I am too. 100%.
Yeah,
I'm all over. Ben
I'm just
Askren.
saying he doesn't look good in any of his videos. Anyone watching must be like, this guy is gonna get fucking killed.
Yeah.
But I also think he's kind of a troll. I think that's part of his whole gimmick.
Yeah.
I think he's just fucking with people.
He's not showing you the good videos.
He's sandbagging everybody.
Yeah.
Like,
100%. I think he is too.
Because like he can't be that. I was watching. I'm like, this guy cannot be this bad at punching for someone who fought in the fucking UFC.
Yeah.
Like, I know he's a wrestler, but like this is he looks pathetic. Like he's doing it on purpose.
That's good. I actually didn't think of
I
that.
honestly
He could
think
100% be sandbagging. I wouldn't even doubt that.
He's trolling everybody. Everyone's laughing at him like, oh my god, he's gonna lose to a YouTuber and he's gonna come out and he's gonna fucking definitely win.
He doesn't even have to be sandbagging. You could literally tee off on him for 25
But he
minutes.
could be.
That dude is a mutant.
I disagree. That's Jake Paul to win in 1 to 2 rounds plus 425.
What is it?
That's all day.
Well, that's what because that's the
That's
class.
all
425.
You don't
plus
want
425.
This is what everyone's saying. This is gonna go. The fight's gonna go one of two ways. Either Jake Paul's gonna knock him out in the first 2 rounds, or Ben Askren's gonna just wear him down for 8 rounds and win by decision. Like that's what every single person's saying.
Yeah.
How many rounds is this and how many minutes?
That's 3-minute rounds, 8 rounds.
Yeah.
3-minute round.
I think Ben Askren uses his grappling ability and dirty boxes him until the 7th round.
And he actually, I was listening to an interview with him today, and he actually did. He was like, everyone keeps saying I can't use any of my wrestling skills in there.
can,
He's like,
yeah.
what do you mean? Why can't I? And they're
Yeah.
like, well, what are you talking about? And he's like pretty much that's what he's saying. He's gonna put him in a clinch every time.
He's gonna get a hold of his
100%.
neck and tee the fuck off.
No,
Tee
I
off.
think he's just gonna
Tee off, Joey.
He's gonna almost be like he's grappling in the cage, but he knows he can't take him down. He's gonna grab him, put him against the ring, tire him the fuck out.
But here's the thing. All right, so this is where I was gonna go back the other direction with this. You gotta pay attention to the line that Vegas came out with, minus 190 for Jake Paul. I always look at it like, who's the guy that they want to win? Because who's the guy bringing in all the money? There's a reason he's the favorite because they handpicked Ben Askren thinking this is gonna be a fucking guaranteed win.
Yes.
They want him to win. Like in the grand scheme of things, he's bringing in so many more pay-per-view sales and so many more eyes on boxing that if he loses, that's all done. You know what I mean? Ben Askren
correct.
just fucking ruins that.
Yep.
Like they want Jake Paul to win. So
They do.
there's a reason that he's the favorite. It's because fucking people out there behind the scenes think they're very confident he's gonna win. And people aren't giving Jake Paul enough credit, obviously, because he was a fucking YouTuber, this and that, fucking Disney star. He actually looks like a fucking beast.
Oh, he looks all right, yeah.
And obviously, he fucking knocked out Nate Robinson, which doesn't even count because it's a fucking basketball player.
But he still looked good.
Yeah, he actually,
good.
it's hot, but it was only fucking, 1.5 rounds, and Nate Robinson didn't even put up a fucking fight.
Even in his training,
I don't know if prior to his training camp he's ever been punched in the face in his entire life.
Yeah, he's just traded the punch.
That's the vibe I got watching Nate Robinson box.
No, he sucked. He was,
definitely.
it was fucking horrible. But with that being said, I'm just saying you can't take away that Jake Paul looks pretty good right now. Like in all his videos of him training, him in the mitts, fucking.
Yeah,
he's clearly in wicked good shape. He's also bigger. I'm pretty sure he's got like 3 or 4 inches on.
He's got the reach. That's
and
what I was gonna.
Yeah, definitely has a reach advantage on.
I think he's gonna take that. Ben Askren's gonna take that away right away.
He cuts a lot of weight to one. They're fighting at 185. Pretty sure Jake Paul walks around like fucking 220. He's a pretty big guy.
Jake Paul looks amazing.
He's athletic as fuck. Like he's definitely.
I'm not sleeping on Jake.
Yeah, I was gonna say like
Ben Askren looks awful.
He looks awful in his videos, but I also think,
type.
like I said, I think he's doing that on purpose because I think he's just part of his little fucking game plan here.
We'll see.
But the thing is, if you're betting your money, you have to bet Ben Askren.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
You have to.
So if you're doing 1 to 2 rounds,
I'm mostly
plus
doing
425, 1 to 2 rounds.
in general.
This is how I looked at it.
No, Jake Paul.
There's 2 scenarios here that I could see happening with myself. I'm gonna bet on Ben Askren. And he's going to lose, and I'm going to say, oh, my God, I can't fucking believe I went against the money man, fucking Jake Paul. Obviously, he was going to win. The fucking thing was set up from day one. They handpicked him to win, and I'm going to be pissed that I lost. Or I'm going to bet on Jake Paul, and he's going to lose, and I'm going to say, I can't believe I bet on the fucking YouTuber against a fucking guy who fought in the UFC, a well-rounded MMA fighter. I fucking took the YouTuber, like... Those 2 scenarios could both happen, and I'm gonna be fucking. I know I'm gonna go the wrong way. So whoever I take, don't listen to me.
But dude, what I've noticed,
me.
I've been gambling martial arts and boxing for the longest time ever. They're the only sport that gets a heavy favorite, purely based on popular opinion.
Yeah, that's true.
So like the Conor McGregor, it don't matter who he's fighting. He's always a minus 200.
The thing is, it's more than popular opinion though, because how many times the fucking fights that are very close, they automatically go to the guy that they want to win. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? If it comes down to it, if it goes to decision, it's,
who won.
Jake Paul won. You know what I mean?
No,
like,
exactly.
Even if it's like,
Yes.
Most people are like, yeah, I don't know, I think Ben Askren won that. They're gonna give it to Jake Paul, just like every other fucking.
You know what I
big boxing
actually
match.
what popped at me when I was looking at the lines today was a draw is plus 2,000. I don't hate that.
Well, okay. How about this?
If they tie,
They're allowed to pick a winner in this fight. Is this the headline card?
Yeah.
No, because remember Tyson, they
I was
weren't
just
allowed
about to bring that up.
Yeah.
Like I bet on Tyson for that fight.
I think it was because they were
Tyson
old.
clearly fucking won that.
Yeah.
And they were like draw, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like,
I had a parlay.
So that's what I'm
with
saying.
Tyson.
So
That's all I had.
say Ben Askren does win on the scorecards, not decisively.
Unless
they could just be like, it's
that's
a draw.
what I mean. It has to be absolutely decisive
Exactly,
for him to win.
yes.
If it's even remotely close, they're gonna give it to Jake Paul.
Yes.
That's my whole point.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
that you gotta, and that's always like that. MMA and boxing, they
100%,
if there's a big favorite guy that brings in a ton of money and a ton of pay-per-view sales, if it's remotely close, it's going to him. So that's obviously reflected in the line as him being the favorite
Exactly.
too, because you have to keep that in mind.
The best example of that was Nate Diaz, Conor McGregor too.
Oh fuck yeah!
Nate Diaz won that fight in my opinion.
100%.
Oh, it wasn't even close.
But
I bet on McGregor, so I was like, he fucking won that. But
that's like you said, it comes down to who do they want to win more.
Yeah.
And he's the favorite. He's the money guy. It went to the decision. You could have said Conor won. You could make an argument.
No.
I mean, you
Diaz
he
slapped him
spent
around.
the whole last round
I know.
running away.
He landed on top. He finished the fight on top. But you could make an argument. You could say the first round was a 10-8 round.
You gotta
Knocked
protect
him
the
down
champ
twice.
too.
and that's because they
wanted the third
yes,
fight.
they wanted
or
him to
win. They couldn't have him lose.
They want because they know how much money he brings in, and they want him to
Exactly.
keep winning.
Yes.
It's like they're like paving the way for him. They're doing everything they can to make sure he wins.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
No,
And I think they're gonna do the
exactly.
same thing with Jake Paul. I think that's the exact same mindset.
I agree.
This guy brings in a ton of money. We need him to win.
So yeah, like you said, Ben Askren has to come
he
in
has to
there and
fucking dominate
he has to. It has to be like, wow, like Jake Paul sucks, or Ben Askren has to knock him out.
He's just gonna close the gap and just control the
That's
pace
what I
of the
think.
fight. That's exactly what's gonna.
Ben
I
Askren
think it's gonna be a boring fight.
Well,
Yeah,
It's gonna be a very boring
boring.
fight.
Well, back to what I was just saying. I feel like the refs are in on it too. Like they're gonna know
Break
every
it
time
up.
they clinch, break it up. Don't let them dirty
Yep.
box.
Can you do that the whole fight?
Yeah,
They're gonna get
yeah,
away
yeah,
with it.
oh, yeah.
Boxing is the
Boxing's
the
shady.
scummiest,
Yeah.
shadiest
Yeah.
sport in all of sports. It's the
Think of it,
most.
it's a ref's discretion. Like some refs let dirty boxing go on a lot more than others. Like other ones, the second you get in close and clinch, they break it up, push them. You know what I mean? And they're gonna keep. I guarantee you, they already know. Like, listen, anytime Ben Askren fucking ties up Jake, get him away the second you can. And then Jake has a longer reach, and he's just gonna, and he's fast, and he looks good. He has good form right now. He's gonna fucking tee off on him.
powerful.
I think it's just gonna be clinch, break up, 1, 2, 3, clinch, break. You know what I mean? He's gonna fucking hit him.
The fight's gonna suck.
It's gonna be.
I think it's gonna be terrible.
I think Ben Askren's gonna get knocked out first 2 rounds. But that's plus 425. First round is plus 800. Second round is plus 750. I'm just throwing that out
You're
there.
just hoping.
Yeah. No, I mean, I've seen both training videos. Ben Askren looks awful. I think I could beat Ben Askren in a fist
Training
fight.
videos don't come down to
Ben
experience.
Askren would kick your ass.
No, the difference is Ben Askren has been in like long, drawn out fucking fights, like
Yeah,
The big stage.
for
He
how
knows how to
many
do
years
this.
of his life. Like this is not, you know what I mean? Like Jake Paul's never fought longer than fucking 4 minutes.
Highest level of
That's my
competition on
point.
the earth.
Well, no,
If
he
it
probably-
goes,
he
to,
probably has
if it
in
goes to the
training.
5th, 6th, 7th rounds, like that's where I think Jake Paul has no experience in that situation. He's gonna I think he's gonna gas out because he's never. I mean, I don't know how hard he's been fucking training and aspiring or whatever, but there's no way he's gonna fucking be able to keep the same pace up with Ben Askren. Is what I'm saying. He's been there a million times.
Yeah,
This is
I
nothing new
agree.
for him. He's a fucking Olympic athlete. Like
I agree.
you know
That's
what I
why
mean?
he has to finish him quick.
Credit to the matchmaker though, because this is actually an interesting ass fight.
it
Like
is.
what a great dynamic.
Well, Ben Askren called Jake Paul out.
Oh really?
Yeah, I think so, right? Yeah.
No, I think Jake Paul called out a bunch of MMA guys.
And then
then
Ben
Ben
answered,
Askren called him
yeah.
they all pretty much told him to kick rocks.
Yeah.
And then Ben Askren was like,
I'll kick the
fucking
shit out of
fight
you.
I'm literally not doing anything that weekend.
I'll train, I guess.
That's what he said. He actually,
yeah, he
I
did
watched
say
his
that.
interview. He's coming off like a hip surgery, and he was like, honestly, it's just a great excuse to kind of get back in the gym and like start working out again.
I do think he's like wicked underestimating Jake Paul though. That's the other thing.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
for sure.
He's acting like he's a fucking joke, and it's like, dude, he clearly is taking it wicked serious.
He's a
Yeah, he
boxer.
wants to do it.
Yeah, like
He's a
he
boxer.
Wants to do it.
he's, you gotta keep in mind too. He has millions of dollars. You don't think he has like
Yeah.
every type of like advantage in his corner, like
Yeah.
best trainers, best fucking diet guy or whatever.
He's probably like
nutritionist,
flying to like fucking Africa
Yeah.
and like sucking on some weird shit. To, like,
Decompression
Yeah,
chambers.
dude, he probably has every type of advantage money can buy. He has
Yep.
that he's been doing, and he's been using it for like the last 3 years that he's been boxing. He's been, you know what I mean? He's been having the best of everything, best trainers, best everything. Like he's obviously gonna fucking. He's not coming out there to lose. You know what I mean? He's
No.
fucking.
Yeah.
What
Yeah, go ahead.
What scares me is, so this isn't Ben's like first time kind of doing like a weird out of MMA type fight. He did a charity about 2 years ago in Brooklyn, and he did just a strict wrestling match.
Yeah.
With Jordan Burroughs, who's an Olympic wrestler, one
And
of
he
the best
won,
in the
right?
world.
He won.
It looked like Ben Askren never wrestled a day in his life.
Oh,
No, there are levels of wrestling that you cannot comprehend.
Yeah,
There are levels.
It looked like this, like Ben just got
the
dominated.
second best in the world can look like he's never wrestled before to the
Yeah.
best guy in the. It's
But
disgusting.
Ben Askren is one of the best wrestlers.
Top tier.
If you
Top
watch that,
tier.
if you watch that, was the only match you watched with Ben Askren, and then someone told you that Ben Askren was good at wrestling, you'd be like, he's not. Like this.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
Burroughs is literally like the face of wrestling.
And what's
At the
scary of
time.
that is Burroughs just missed the Olympic cut. He didn't even make the Olympics this year.
So that was before the fight or
Yeah.
after the fight?
Well, this is after. This is years.
Yeah.
That was like 2 years.
He's older now.
I mean, 2 years older.
In general, he's older.
Yeah, yeah.
He's elderly.
He is elderly.
I'll take Burroughs right now.
Well, I'm trying to think what I should bet on. This is fucking minus
Jake
190.
Paul second round.
Give us the odds again.
Well, Jake Paul first or second round is plus 425. I'm betting on that. Jake Paul first round is plus 800. I'm betting on that. Jake Paul second round is plus 750. I'm
So
betting
you're
on
just
that.
all Jake Paul.
So you're just really banking on he's gonna knock him out in the first 3 rounds.
First or second, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I thought you said the first 3
Look,
rounds.
Ben Askren could take a fucking hit.
Oh no, I know.
Oh, I was
And
gonna
he-
get to that too. He's been fucking.
Yeah.
First of all, they're wearing 10-ounce gloves in boxing. He's used to getting hit with 4-ounce gloves on, and he gets fucking blasted all the time. And he fucking.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah, you know what I mean, so
but
he's-
the
I don't
odds.
see
How much money are you throwing on those? Because like I'll take
100
that
each,
action.
100
I'll take
each.
that action all day.
100 each.
Did you just talk yourself out of Ben Askren?
No. I don't think Jake Paul's gonna. knock
No,
him
he
out
wants
the
to
first
bet. He wants to bet with me. Basically, is what he's saying.
round. Jake Paul ain't knocking him out the first 2 rounds. No chance.
So
That's
like,
what. Yeah, that's the thing.
I just don't. That's not happening.
I cannot see any scenario where that.
If the
happens.
first round's gonna be pure feeling out. Second round,
I think
maybe.
he's gonna come out fucking swinging. Like
yeah, I think
like,
Jake Paul's.
I think he's gonna come out like fast. Like
Does anyone know the
But that's the thing.
organization?
Triller.
Yeah.
And that's
what's
the
scary.
thing, because it's not HBO boxing. It's not like a known
Cinema-
thing.
yeah,
It's,
Showtime.
they're like 2 years old.
Yeah,
No one knows what the fuck they're doing behind the
Bieber's-
scenes.
Justin
They could be
Bieber's
like-
going to be there.
Is he really?
Yeah, so I mean, Jake Paul's going to
Can
be.
you bet on what color shirt he's wearing or something?
Probably.
That'd be sick.
I don't know. I can't make up my mind. I keep flip flopping. I keep going to say who I'm gonna
Me too.
take, and then I flip flop back the other way.
I'm gonna take Ben Askren and I'm gonna take draw.
I just
But I
feel
mean-
like here's the thing. I can live with myself if I bet on Ben Askren and he loses.
Yes.
I cannot bet on myself if I bet on Jake Paul and he loses because it's like, what the fuck?
I don't think Jake Paul's gonna win, dude.
Also,
You know what I mean?
why
I'll
would
take
you?
a Ben Askren
I mean, gonna
loss.
lose.
And the given the professional fighter who was in the Olympics and has been how long has he been a pro fighter for? What's he 34 years old? Since he was like 20. Like
Yeah, but he
You
hasn't
know, he
fought-
wrestled in
hasn't
middle
fought since
school.
Moscow.
He's been training for combat sports his entire life.
that's my point. We're gonna take. I can live with losing if I bet on the fucking. First of all, taking the positive
underdog,
money, the
yeah.
underdog.
Yeah.
You're gonna give me underdog money on the pro fighter versus the fucking Disney star. I
Not only
cannot
that.
turn my nose up.
Are you gonna spend your Saturday night rooting for Jake Paul to win?
No, yeah, that's probably
That's
the best
not how
point.
I was setting my fucking
Yeah.
night. I'm
I
gonna
am
root for him to lose.
But
That's
then
exactly
again,
how
I'll
I'm
sleep
spending
like
my
a fucking
Saturday.
baby when he loses.
when he comes out and fucking dominates and knocks him out in 2 rounds, I'm gonna be like, I'm a fucking idiot. I said it the whole time.
I'm not betting on Jake Paul straight up because of the odds. They're not minus whatever. I'm not doing that. Minus 120. I'm not doing that. Just for the reasons that you stated. But that's
I
why
probably would have taken minus 120.
Minus 20. I'll go.
190 is
Yeah.
like,
I like the
bad,
first. Well, I just want to make profit. I like the first 2 rounds because it's such ridiculous, and
Yeah.
I think Jake Paul has the power to knock.
But then,
Ben
so
Askren out.
once round 3 starts, you just be like, I don't even want to watch this fight anymore.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
going to bed.
Yeah.
I don't have to watch the end of it. Go to bed.
And you're not just losing the bet, you're losing the pay-per-view money too. You're like, fuck.
I'll put on. No, I always go somewhere somebody else pays.
I also think it's kind of funny to throw this out there, but his whole thing, Jake Paul's whole thing, is he wants to be taken serious as a boxer, but he's only calling out MMA fighters. Like,
Yeah.
how about you fight an actual boxer, and then then people can take you serious? Like he's already talking about.
like you.
Yeah. I would fucking kill Jake Paul. I would. That's the thing. I would fucking annihilate Jake Paul. Like, and I'm not even close to like on the level of other people. Like, you know
How many
what I mean?
times have
Like,
you called him out?
I've called him out like at least 2 times.
Did he did it say scene?
No, well, I called out Logan Paul both times, but I was like, I threw in his brother in there too. I was like, Logan Paul, I was like, Logan Paul, you're a bitch, and fuck your brother too.
Yeah, where's your dad at?
I was like, I'll fight your brother. Yeah, I'll fight your whole fucking family. Get your uncle. I don't give a fuck. No, but,
I'd rather watch you fight Jake Paul.
Yeah.
no,
Oh yeah.
I called him out a couple times, like over a year ago, when there was still like maybe a sliver of chance that it could happen, but now it's like the point that he wouldn't even fucking respond.
If he loses, though, if he loses,
yeah.
If he loses, it definitely
that's huge for you.
If he wins, there's a 0% chance of it ever happening. If he loses, there's maybe a 3 to 5% chance of it ever happening.
Yeah.
That's bigger than 0.
No, what we want to happen, we want Jake Paul to lose decisively tomorrow.
No, like get embarrassed.
And then next Friday, when Bob wins his Rough N Rowdy fight, he immediately calls out Jake Paul.
You have to, bro.
You have to.
If he loses, I will.
Yes,
if
yes.
he wins, I won't.
Which
It's not worth my time.
No, 100%.
Because he's not
Yeah,
gonna.
you're right.
He's not gonna answer.
So the stars
I might
have
as well
to
use
align.
my platform to call out someone that actually might
Yes.
step up and fight me.
Well,
you know what I
actually,
mean?
but
it's
if
a
he
waste of a
loses,
call
yeah.
out calling out someone that's not gonna answer. If he loses, I might do it. But
On that.
If you lose, you have to do that.
yeah.
Because
I
then
don't
you're
know.
like, dude, you're a bitch. I knew you weren't a real boxer. Fight a real fucking boxer.
Yeah.
I'll kick your ass.
On that.
that's
On
it,
that.
yeah.
On that note.
I also kind of like I'm sick of giving them like fucking more screen time. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
no,
Like,
yeah.
It's like, all right, is this kid really gonna call out the fucking Paul Brothers again? You know what I mean? I get it. It's getting old at this point. But if he loses, I have
You
to.
have to, you
Kind of
have
have
to.
to.
You have to.
I'll give it one more call out.
Yeah,
if he loses.
100%. Yeah, you got to
If
do
he
it.
wins, he's off to the fucking stratosphere. I'm never, you know what I mean? He's not even on my level. So
How many
even
fights?
though I'd still kick his ass, but
How many fights have you fought for Rough N Rowdy? 4.
4.
This will be your 5th coming up.
yeah.
Is there a rule for how many fights you? Because I thought it was 5 fights as an amateur, and then you can no
Yeah.
longer fight.
The first time, like when you're getting picked or whatever, like you submit your application or whatever.
Yeah.
Like if you have over 5 wins, you can actually have more than 5 fights. You just can't have over 5 wins.
Okay.
If you have more than 5 amateur wins, they won't let you fight.
Is that considered
In
a
Rough
pro?
and Rowdy.
It's considered. They actually consider it in West Virginia. It's classified as semi-pro. There's 3 different
Okay.
categories. They
Oh, okay.
pro, amateur, and semi-pro apparently, and it falls on the semi-pro category for some reason because you get paid. I guess. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know what the fucking criteria is to be in each one, but the point is, when I first applied, that was the thing. It was like if you have over 5 wins on your record, you can't fight. So obviously at the time I had 0 fights, period. So I was like, well, I have 0. So
Yeah. So
but no, once you're in it though, you can keep going
forever.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's sick.
Oh, no
there's-
shit, really?
Yeah. There's guys
Yeah, because that's what I was wondering. I thought
Yeah.
there was a 5 max. rule.
No, you can keep going because they don't. If you're winning the fights with
Yeah,
them, it
yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
count.
it
It's
doesn't
like
count.
from an outside
Yeah,
thing. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Okay, that
Like,
makes sense then.
But there's a guy in it right now that has I think the highest amount of wins is 7. The guy I fought a couple fights ago, the kid Wade, he's 7-1, I think. So
No shit.
yeah, so
Where'd he get that one?
the one loss for me. There's a lot of guys in it that are good that have ones next to their records. But
Yeah.
Not you though.
Yeah,
no
no.
one's next to you.
He was weighing the humidity last time, wasn't he?
No, that was the first. That was, the second kid I fought.
That ass. And he's from like a wicked humid state.
He's from West Virginia.
Yeah.
That was in Florida.
He complained about the humidity.
Yeah.
He had home field advantage.
No, because it was like an outdoor arena.
Yeah.
Like there was no, you couldn't tell.
It was
the
outdoor
fight.
arena for you too.
No, I know. That's the thing. It was like, yeah, buddy. I didn't have like a fucking air conditioner like above my head.
Exactly.
Like
And he lives
blowing
there.
cold air on me. But no, it was like it was weird. It was like the fucking place was like cement walls, but it didn't have a roof, and they just had a tent for the roof.
No
Like
shit.
there was a big ass tarp over the.
That must have sucked.
I honestly didn't know. Didn't bother me. I didn't even notice it. Like, you know what I mean? It wasn't even that hot out.
The
but-
UFC did that in Abu Dhabi. It was
Yeah.
for a BJ Penn fight.
Oh,
They were
dude-
outdoors and it was like
dudes were
108
gassing out.
degrees.
Yeah.
You ever
Yeah,
see?
so
Yeah.
that's definitely like if I was fighting on their level, I would be like, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
No. Like,
Slipping around.
You can't
yeah.
have a fucking that kind of factor like being the deal breaker or whether or not you win or lose.
Who's better at fighting in the humidity?
Yeah. Your next fight is in fucking Antarctica. Like,
You ever see that?
coming on my turf where it's cold.
Yeah, Antarctica fight actually sounds pretty good. that would be sick.
Stroke out.
You ever see that episode of Family Guy where it's like Adrian's like, Rocky, you can't fight the Martians. There's no oxygen on Mars. He's like, yeah, well, there's no oxygen for them neither. that's like what it was for you with the humidity.
That's actually, I actually have seen that one. That's
Yeah, epic.
So, obviously you haven't fought like a 8-round, 3-minute fight.
No.
What is your training like? Is your training like we're just trying to get the most out of we can in what is it? Three
1 minute rounds.
So you're just trying to
Yeah.
fucking
It's weird because
it's a different approach, obviously.
I spar with kids all the time, and I do 3-minute rounds.
Yep.
Or a lot of times I do 2-minute rounds, but we do 3-minute rounds a decent amount, and it's weird. I get more tired in the 1-minute rounds than I do in 3-minute rounds.
I bet.
Because
Yeah,
the
'cause
pa-
you
the-
know, yeah.
Well, the pace is way different. Like 1 minute, you're going
You got to
fucking.
get it done. Yeah.
You're not wasting any time. You're fucking
Yep.
swinging the whole time. Whereas a 3-minute round, no one's keeping that pace up. You know what I mean? Like the other guy's gonna back off at some
Exactly,
point.
that makes sense,
You
yeah.
gotta sit around. You know, like set things up. You know what I mean? Use a jab, all that shit. Like.
Yeah.
Rough and Rowdy, you fucking throwing punches the whole time.
Dude, that's
Like,
thing
you
that-
know what
the
I
thing
mean?
that
Like,
thing-
I literally
yeah.
sparred with some kid today. Actually, that we did like fucking 4 3-minute rounds, and I wasn't even as tired at the end as I was at my last fight after 3 1-minute rounds.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
You know what I mean?
Because you're fighting a different way. Because the second
And
that
I
bell
think-
rings, you're like, I have
This
to.
is it.
I
I
have to
honestly,
hit him.
I
Yeah.
honestly think that that kind of hurts me because like I do. Everyone I spar with always wants to do longer rounds, obviously, because that's like what's normal.
Exactly,
And then
yeah.
I go do the 1-minute rounds, and I get tired.
That fucks you all
they're
up.
like, dude, why'd you get so tired? I'm like, because I'm fucking going
Yeah.
fucking 100% speed the whole time.
No, exactly.
You know what I mean? But and then I always try to want to do 1-minute rounds with kids I spar with, and no one ever wants to because like it's just too
like, why?
Yeah, like they're like I'm trying to get better, not just being a fucking brawl. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
that's what it turns into, a fucking brawl. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
They want to like actually work on their skills and shit, but it's hard to do when you're just fucking swinging, throwing fucking.
No,
haymakers.
exactly.
When you're sparring though, what do you think you're going? Like 70%? Like you don't want to fucking. You're not throwing haymakers and sparring.
Yeah,
That's the other thing. So.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes, once in a while, we'll be like, let's just go fucking full speed.
Oh shit.
But most days it's like 70%. Like you're not obviously not trying to fucking like if you hit someone good, you're not gonna fucking like if
Lay it on.
yeah,
Yeah.
you land a good punch. I'm not gonna be like fucking finish him up with a fucking 4-punch combo and knock, you know what I mean? You'd be like, oh shit, you good? All right, like you know what I mean? But no, fucking there are definitely days like where I'll fucking go 100% full speed, like fucking killing each other.
That's good. You got guys
Yeah.
that'll do that with.
Yeah,
you.
I have a few of my friends that box that are fucking good. That they fucking hit me good too all the time. Jared Stanford fucking broke my nose last fight. Going into the last fight, I had a broken nose. No one.
Are you shitting?
Yeah, no one. I didn't even tell.
Yeah.
I didn't want it to sound like I was making excuses before the fight even happened. So I didn't like broadcast it or anything, and no one really knew about it.
That's a boss move.
But yeah, I literally like 2 weeks before, or like maybe like 3 weeks before or something. It was long enough before that we were still sparring like pretty hard. Because, like, obviously, the closer you get, then you kind of, tone it down. I'm not fucking killing each other, like, a week before the fight.
Yeah.
But he fucking caught me with an uppercut, wicked hard, right in the nose, fucking instantly, blood fucking gushing immediately. And he's like, you're fine. And I'm like, dude, I'm like, dude, I think you broke my nose. I never had a broken nose before. And I'm like, dude, I'm pretty sure it's broken. And he's like, move it around. It's making like a clicking noise. And it was like clicking like crazy. And I was like, fuck, dude. I'm like, because I didn't care about the fact that it did hurt wicked bad. Like it hurt for like 2 straight weeks, dude. It was like the most throbbing, annoying pain that never went away. I was like popping Motrin like they were fucking Skittles. But, yeah, dude, it fucking hurt wicked bad, but that wasn't even I was just like mentally, I was like, this is gonna affect me fighting. Like I couldn't fucking breathe out of my nose. Like,
did you blow your nose after you broke it?
Yeah. He goes, don't blow your nose. As I was blowing it, like I was,
right up.
Yeah, I was bleeding. I was already bleeding everywhere. I was just like trying to, you know what I mean? There's blood fucking everywhere. But the point is, you know what I mean? He fucking hit me wicked. I get hit too, like hard. You know what I mean? I hit people hard, obviously sparring, but they all hit me just as hard. You know what I mean? But
yeah, it's good.
He fucking caught me and broke my nose, and then this is funny because after he's like, why didn't you say anything about your broken nose in the interview? And I'm like, cuz I don't want to sound like a fucking. I don't want to like be a bitch, like, yo, my nose is broken, so that's why I got extra tired. But now that it was like a fucking couple months ago, now that definitely, everyone was always asking me why I was so gassed at the last fight. And that's definitely why. Like
breathing out of your mouth.
I couldn't even breathe out of my fucking nose.
Because I actually asked you that question because I noticed you got gassed last fight.
Yeah, way more gas than I should have.
Yeah.
Actually, last fight I was in the best conditioning of my life going into it.
But
the broken nose factor. Yeah.
Your nose was just duct.
Because that's what I was wondering. I was like, I wonder what you're doing exactly for your cardio and all that stuff.
No, I've been doing like
sense.
a ton of shit, but it's just that my nose got broken definitely didn't help. But it's kind of funny. Just funny story. So that was like 3 or 4 weeks before. Then like a few days before. We were like, because obviously I was like, dude, I was like nervous about what happens if I get hit in the nose. Like, how am I going to react to it? If it's going to start gushing blood, blah, blah. So he was like, let's do like a test. We did like a test run. Like, legit, I'm not even kidding. I was like, all right, I go, hit me in the, I was like, we were just like moving around a little bit. Like, not really, like, just like kind of, you know, wicked, 25%, moving around, hitting each other a little. But he's like, all right, I'm going to hit you in the nose, like, just to see what happens. And I'm like, all right. And I like kind of let him do it. And he just fucking jabbed me right in the nose. And I instantly, blood just started pouring out of my nose. And I was like, fuck. Like, I was hoping it was going to hit me and I wasn't going to, like, do anything. And first of all, it hurt wicked bad, obviously. And it just started pouring blood. And I was like, and he's like, oh, shit. You new game plan. Like, you got to not get hit in the nose. Like,
did you not get hit in the nose?
No, I didn't get hit in the nose at all.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. Oh, wait, no, I did. I did have a bloody nose in the second round. I don't even remember. He obviously hit me in the nose because I got a bloody
But only
nose.
once.
Yeah, it must have only been once. I didn't even, like, notice it at the time. Like, it was, like, only after the fact when I realized I had a bloody nose that I was like, oh, he must have got me at some point. I don't remember like the punch that he hit me with, but
I feel like when you have a broken nose though, just like moving your head around might make it.
Well,
bleed.
and the real thing, the difference is like when you're training and sparring, you have no adrenaline because it's like practice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In the real thing, you have so much adrenaline, like you don't really like.
Feel
I didn't even
punches.
feel it, but when I'm training with my friends and shit, like I'm not. You know what I mean? It's not. Even if I get beat up. I don't care.
It just
doesn't count.
Yeah, it's not
like,
too crazy.
You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? Like I'm just like, oh well, I didn't do good today, but I don't care. It doesn't count. You know what I mean? The real thing, it's like fucking 0 to 100. You know what I mean? Like fucking now I'm ready to go.
And that's when you're probably in the gym and shit, like you probably hear like the fan going or whatever, people talking. When you're in the ring, rough and rowdy, I bet you don't even notice the fans in the back. You don't even, it's black. It's tunnel vision.
People always ask me about the whole fan situation.
You probably don't even realize it.
Well, because the first couple I did, there was like 5,000 people there.
Yeah.
The last couple, there
a lot of Braintree kids, right?
The first one, there was a lot of
Yeah, Providence.
Yeah.
That was sweet.
Yeah.
The second one, only a couple of my friends came, but it was in Miami, so it was just like random ass people, obviously. But the last couple, there were no fans because of COVID. But there was like 100 people there because everyone involved was allowed to bring 2 guests.
Yeah.
So like the fighters and like the fucking obviously the Boston guys, like everyone had 2 guests or whatever there. So there was still like 100 to 150 people in the stands or the crowd or whatever. But so everyone's always like, oh, like how different was it not having fans? Like going from 5,000 people to 100 people. And I'm like, dude, it doesn't make a difference. I have no fucking idea. Like I don't care. You think I'm sitting there counting how many fucking fans are out there? Like I don't give a shit. Like I can't even notice them. I have like tunnel vision. I'm just
exactly.
like,
It definitely makes a difference in the UFC.
Oh, 100%.
Big time difference.
Yeah.
Well,
Especially
fighters are like watching it.
for the amount of fans that they have because like
I'd say both.
like McGregor definitely does better when he hears fucking people
chanting his name.
literally, yeah.
Because once you hear that would give you goosebumps. You'd be like, let's
Oh,
go.
man.
I suppose I don't know. I'm not on his level at all though yet.
No,
Yeah,
but if say you're fighting somebody and you just hear an overwhelming chant of the other guy's name, you'd be like, oh my God.
Well, it actually, I think it can
You'd be like,
I know, but it can actually hurt you though too because now
It could, yeah.
Now I
The
think
pressure,
about it.
yeah.
The first round, my last fight. At one point, I almost knocked the kid out. I was like fucking him up, and the round ended. Like he got saved by the bell. But the point is, I didn't even realize like that I hit him that good, and I heard like people scream like because there was only like 100 people, so you could really hear it. Like, I heard it was actually my fiance because it was funny because everyone was joking about it after because I guess on the video or pay-per-view or whatever you could actually like clear as day hear it scream and like people were like, oh, it was definitely Lindsay. But anyways, I heard her scream like in the ring. I heard her like scream like wicked loud like when I punched the kid. And I was like, oh, I must have like heard him. And then I kind of like lost. I kind of like went off my. I just started fucking going try. I went in for the kill. You know what I mean? Because I heard that scream, and I heard like other people, multiple people like made noise enough that I was like, oh, I must have heard him. Yeah. And then I'm like, I went in for the fucking kill shot, and I should have just like slowed down and like picked my shots, and I probably would have knocked him out.
That makes sense. Yeah.
I fucking just started swinging, and I didn't land anything good enough, and then the round ended. So that was kind of the. Opposite reaction to
that makes sense because like when McGregor's fighting, like he'll throw a punch and like it clearly hits like his shoulder, like
and everybody goes crazy.
Yeah. Everyone goes, yeah. So like he must be like, wait, is that good? You know what I mean? That makes it.
But I mean, if you look at since the UFC went like because of COVID, since they went with no fans, a lot more underdogs have been winning.
Yes, big time.
Same way. I mean, same thing with. You could say the NCAA
football was 50-50.
Anything, anything. The underdogs all rised up when COVID happened.
The NBA bubble was huge for some guys who couldn't take the spotlight.
Yeah, and rookies in the NBA played better this year than they ever have.
You know what's funny too? When the UFC first started doing fights with no fans, they had to like adjust things because the first time they did it, they had Joe Rogan and DC sitting right there commentating,
and the guys were
and they could hear what he was saying. Like I remember, I forget who it was after the fight. I forget who it was, but he was like, "Yeah, I could hear DC saying I need to fucking do this," and I started. And he's like,
and it helped him out.
Yeah, he ended up winning. And
wow,
And DC said after he was like, "Yeah, he's like, my brain's kind of a cheat code. Like it's kind of unfair if I'm sitting there telling people what to do, and then they start doing it and they win." So I think now they've moved them further back or something so they can't hear them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So Bob, you're fighting Trapzilla. You were
just imagine though, like sitting right there, like you're on the ground getting your ass beat, and Joe Rogan's like, yeah, he's on the good position right now. Like he's got side control. Like he's talking. Like you know what I mean? I'm like, shut the fuck up. I know.
Yeah. That would.
I'm well aware of the bad position that I'm in. I don't need you fucking in my ear.
And another thing though, what you're saying is like they can hear the other guy's corner a lot.
The coaches,
which brings me to another point. Huge advantage for the fighters that speak a foreign language.
Yeah, massive.
Oh my god.
Like,
that's a good point.
You know what I mean?
That's a good point.
They have no, because then, you know what I mean? No, they don't know what the fuck they're saying. Especially like the bilingual ones. If they can speak English and another language, they can hear what they're saying because they speak English, but then the other guy can't hear what they're saying.
Exactly. Yeah, that's actually a very good point.
That's a good point.
It's like on borrow.
I never thought of that. I never thought of that.
Well, with the Peter Yan,
I was just about to bring it.
Yeah, I was Sterling fight. I think if there's a fans there, if there's fans there, he doesn't hit that. I don't think he goes to that knee
because he couldn't hear.
He could hear everything, so he
can hear the coaches though with fans.
No, you can't.
Yeah, you can.
It's going
no. Do you remember Matt Hughes?
Do you understand with 70,000 people?
Liam, do you remember that Matt Hughes fight?
Built for that.
Matt Hughes had the guy had a triangle locked on Matt Hughes. Matt Hughes picked him up, walked over to his corner so they could tell him what to do.
Yeah, he couldn't hear him. He was on the other side of the octagon. He had to walk over to the.
He had the guy up in the air on his neck.
Okay, so maybe you're right, and I feel like Peter Yan's like deaf
because Peter Yan was like, "Can I knee? Can I knee?"
Yeah.
In a normal fight, he's not gonna be like, "No." Here.
The funniest part of that though was the ref afterward was adamant about the fact he's like, I told him not to strike him. I told him. It's like he doesn't fucking speak English.
He's Russian. Yeah.
How the fuck? He doesn't know what you said.
Exactly.
He thinks you said
because he was calling it fucking. What the fuck is the terminology they use for one flagrant? That's in basketball. What's the fuck? One's unintentional, and then one is when you blatantly disobey the ref. There's a difference because one of them results in a no contest, and the other results in a DQ. and he obviously got disqualified. So
That one dude milked it.
Basically-
Which was crazy. He did milk that.
Yeah.
intentional. It was just an intentional.
Yeah,
foul.
intentional,
Yeah.
And then he did like this whole
Yeah,
video
yeah. It
afterwards. Like,
But that was the thing is he's saying his argument was because he told him not to do it and he did anyway. That's an intentional foul.
Well, but
it's
if
like-
you listen
he
to the
doesn't speak
video,
English.
one
He doesn't
coach,
speak, yeah, exactly. He doesn't speak English. How the fuck does he know what you said?
but one coach goes no knee, and you can hear another coach go yes, yes, yes. So
Yeah.
he must have just heard the yes and just fucking went to town on him.
He was just excited. He's like, yes. I'll try
Peter
to do it.
Yan's been in the UFC for a minute.
Yeah.
I mean, he should know the
the
he should know
rules.
the rules regardless.
should.
Yeah.
I know the rules. I've never fought in the
But
UFC.
no, but in his defense, he's saying like a lot of times some states they have different rules
Yes.
on when they put the hand down or not. If
No, you
strike
can't
them.
have all 4 down. You can't even have 3 down.
I think he had.
A new rule you can in certain states,
No, that's
like
the thing.
you
It's
said.
Are you
different.
serious?
Yeah,
States,
yeah.
yeah.
So that's the thing. So he was like the position he was in. He had like one hand down, then he went up, then he had a hand down again, and I think he was like, "Oh, I think I'm good to hit him," and he fucking hit him, which he should have known. Yeah, it's on him to know, but if they're gonna have different rules in different states,
Split second decision.
Yeah.
You might end up with a knee to the face.
No, exactly.
honestly, it wasn't worth the risk because he was
It wasn't.
dominating.
He was
anyway.
dominating.
You know what I
I mean,
mean?
it wasn't
If
even
I'm
close.
him, I'd be like, you know what? If I'm even on the fence about it, I'm
Yeah.
like, all
Yeah,
right,
stop.
what's the point? I'm already
Yeah.
kicking his ass regardless. Let's keep, you know what I mean?
And-
And that was an asshole.
And that's why Sterling is like, he's denied a rematch. He goes, there's no point. Because he
Yeah.
knows what's going to happen if they
Yeah.
fight again.
yeah, there's
but
no
that's
point.
like-
He's gonna fucking.
the only
murder
thing
me.
is, I feel like if you want to be the real champ, you
have to fight him
fucking
immediately,
again
yeah.
because
Oh, yeah.
now it's like you're a fake champ, dude.
Oh, yeah, he
And if
wants
you
to be
hide
the
from
fake
him,
champ.
if you hide from him, and you're like,
Which he
"No,
is, yeah,
then
yeah.
then it's like everything you do from this point out doesn't matter.
It should have been an
I
immediate
was the
rematch.
biggest Sterling guy on the planet. I bet on him and everything.
on that fight.
On that fight, yeah.
Oh man,
I bet Sterling
I
that
loved
fight.
Petey Yan.
I thought he was going to kill Petey
At that
Yan.
time, I loved Petey Yan.
But so, granted, I was happy he faked it and that he
Dude,
he disqualified. That was massive.
You know
for
what's
me.
funny is the fact they put it on the fighter to decide. And I know
It's
Joe
crazy.
Rogan after this was talking about the same thing, but it's insane. Imagine being on the ground. It's like, all right, I can lay here and win and make way more money,
Yeah.
or I can get up and continue to get my ass kicked and make way less money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like all pride and integrity for the sport aside.
Money.
definitely-
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
money
it's like if
talks,
I
yeah.
win, I make fucking double the money, obviously, and all I gotta do is lay here and I win.
Yeah.
Well,
You know what I mean? It's like
I have
that's
two
such a hard
things.
decision to
It's
put
a
on the
loophole.
guy.
I got
It's a
two
loophole.
things to say about
It should
that.
just be the ref decides. That's
Yeah.
It should be, but I got two things to say about that. So now that Aljamain Sterling is the champ, there's a rule of the UFC that no matter what, say he loses his next fight and he's not champ anymore, he automatically gets this champ salary just for being an ex-champion. So you, no matter
That's
what,
for life.
Yeah, so that's
For
a
life.
different. So that's
So
that's
he's
a factor.
he's getting a
bad.
minimum $500,000
they should get paid. That-
every time
I'm
he
fine
fights.
with that.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
so
he didn't do
just for-
anything. He
I'm
got
throwing it
he
out.
didn't
So
need-
imagine you,
Joey,
imagine
we're not
you're
paying him.
Imagine you're him, and you're like, if I get up,
I'm doing it.
I know I'm losing.
I'm doing
this
the
fight.
exact same thing.
If I lay here, I'm making $500,000 a fight the rest of my life. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And he's only what in his 20s, 28
Yeah,
or
mad
something.
young. Yeah,
I'm laying there. I'm pretending to throw up.
too.
I'm
Yes, I'm saying he can
He
fight
was bullshitting.
10 more times, and you know what I mean. He's gonna make fucking $5 million. Like,
Exactly.
Like
and he can lose. Like
that's
Tyron Woodley is
people are
like
sitting
that.
there acting like, oh, he should have fucking been a man and got up. It's like,
Yeah.
it's
Well,
like,
well, you know who did that and it fucked him big time was Anthony Smith. John Jones illegally
A couple
kneed
people
Anthony
have done it.
Smith.
Yeah, exactly.
And the
I
head
remember.
and
They were
Anthony
comparing
Smith.
it to
I think
this.
he did the right.
Yeah.
It depends what. I mean, sure the right thing. I think he did the right thing. But
sportsman wise.
sportsman wise,
He fucked his life up. He could
yeah,
have.
100%. He fucked his life.
Imagine like it's like a movie. You cut to 30 years later. He's like a janitor at some
Yeah.
fucking,
Yeah.
and he's like, I should
If
have
I
fucking
taken
stayed
that
down.
knee, yeah.
So-
Kids are like
Exactly.
picking on him.
Yeah.
He's like, I almost beat John Jones. I just had to stay down. You fucking pricks don't know what you're talking about.
honestly, dude,
I
fucking-
almost beat John Jones.
it's like I'd like to sit here and think that I'd be like a man about it, and I would just get up and keep fighting and go out on my shield. But if it's,
I think you would.
Yeah.
But if it comes to my personality, I
In
think I
the
would.
day, yeah.
But I'm also all about money too. So like,
Yeah.
I'd be like seeing dollar signs, like when they say you see stars when you get hit wicked hard. I'd
You'd
be
be
seeing
seeing-
little dollar
yeah,
signs.
yeah.
What if,
You know
what
I
if
mean?
all your
Fly
friends had you money line?
around.
He'll pay him back
Either
with
way,
the next
they
contract.
have me money line.
okay,
I win
yeah.
either way.
All right,
Oh
all right.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly,
I win.
yeah.
They'd be pissed at me for getting up.
Yeah, they would. Yeah.
They'd be like, dude, you kidding me? Like,
I wasn't thinking. You're right.
no,
Yeah.
That's a good point.
I'm pissed because I bet on Jan, and I fucking obviously.
I bet on Jan.
I was like talking so much shit because I was watching it with all my friends and a bunch of guys bet on Sterling, and I was like talking shit the whole time. Like, that was a lock, easiest bet of
Yeah.
fucking easy.
That's what happened to my buddy, yeah.
and then that happened, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like,
I'm gonna continue betting on Jan.
yeah, definitely.
He's a beast.
He's a fucking monster. Dude.
I didn't
He's
think
a
he
beast.
was legit, honestly.
He's like the.
Well, I do now, obviously, but
Yeah.
going into that fight, I was like, this guy's a bum.
I thought that was the lock of the century going
He's
into it.
he's like the southern like version of Russia, like the country version of
don't
Russia.
matter.
Like he's fucked.
My logic was, I was
Yes.
like, he beat up an old Jose Aldo, a washed up Jose Aldo, and then he beat Uriah Faber, and then they gave him the title shot. I was
Yeah,
like,
but
he
he
don't
looked-
deserve the fucking
But if
title
you watch
shot.
the fights, he looked like a beast.
Barely.
No, he did.
Barely.
He did. He
I don't
fucked
know.
Jose Aldo
That
up.
has to go down as like one of the dumbest things anyone's ever done in
Yeah,
the history of the UFC.
yeah.
Though. Like, can you imagine? It was, and especially the way it happened, it was like so much hesitation before he did it.
What's that?
Like when he
The
kneed him
knee.
in the face.
Oh, yeah.
There was he like hesitated for like
Yeah, he
there was, like,
he
they
calculated.
were laying there. They were sitting
Yeah.
there in that position for like 3 Mississippis, and then he decides,
Yeah.
all right, I'm gonna knee him in the face.
Exactly. And that's how bad he
it was
was
like-
beating Sterling, where
Yeah.
Sterling wasn't even trying to get
That's what I
out
mean.
of it.
Yeah, he was just
Yeah.
laying. That's why it was like it made it look worse. If it happened like quickly, it wouldn't have been as bad. but
Can you gamble on DQs?
I don't think that's an option. No.
Yeah, you
Because
can.
if you can,
Yeah,
then
you can.
yeah,
It's-
then
it's
I-
rough.
plus
I-
8,000.
I- Yeah,
It
I
is,
I
it is.
declare that.
Every fight,
I declare that fight rigged.
8,000?
I declare that fight rigged.
Yeah, they're plus stupid money every time. Because
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh wait, you can gamble on DQs.
Yeah,
if
get
I,
it on.
if I was in like a low level UFC fighter, I would just go out there and do something wicked illegal.
Finger the guy's eyeball.
He-
No, I would just
Peter
bet,
Yan's
hey,
coach is like,
no, they don't have
Put
those props.
fucking all the money on a DQ. I'm gonna go. I'll go out there and kick the guy in the nuts 4 fucking times. Like,
one of Peter Yan's coaches is like, no, don't knee him. The other one's got $1 million on DQ. He's like, yes.
knee him.
He's holding onto the cage and kicking him in the balls.
Pulls out a knife.
Yeah, it always comes down. This is wicked off topic, and obviously we're supposed to be talking about
Talk about
boxing
whatever.
and MMA. I'm gonna go into since we're more of a gambling
Yeah,
show anyway.
yeah.
I always say if I had a friend in the fucking MLB who was a pitcher.
Oh my god,
Dude, first strike or ball.
throw a ball.
Throw a ball.
Please,
Dude,
please throw a ball.
Just throw
in
one.
the dirt.
No, don't even make it that obvious. Just throw it like fucking high and outside, something you know he's not going to swing at the first pitch. Like, it's such an. It's a. How do they
Imagine he swings.
No
No
way.
first
Wait,
pitch.
wait,
That is-
nobody.
yeah.
No, yeah. If the guy swings.
guy swings.
You'd have to throw it. You'd have to.
It's not the funniest as first pitch to be a strike.
Yeah. I was gonna say that. Yeah, he has. Yeah, him and all his friends have money first strike. So he's fucking. I didn't even think of that angle. As a hitter, you
Exactly,
could do that. You could just bet, hey guys, first strike today. I'm swinging for the fucking fences. It's genius, and nobody would ever look into it. You know what I mean? Like when sketchy shit happens in sports, there's definitely like people in Vegas that investigate.
Yeah.
There's
No
nothing
one's
sketchy about
investigating
that. A
if
first
the pitcher
pitch.
throws a bat,
Yeah.
a low,
feel like that's
low and
normal.
inside ball is first pitch. No one's fucking in questioning that when some random ass guy
Yeah.
wins $250,000. You know
And
what I
dude,
mean?
if you're a leadoff batter, right? What do you got? 180 games? You do it fucking 50 times.
Yeah, you're good.
You and your boys got 50 grand in the bank.
But no,
you just spent
yeah, if you're a
$1,000.
leadoff batter,
You're
you're
good.
probably in a situation where you're making like enough money that you don't have to.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah, but
I'm
you
talking like you're like the last guy in the fucking rotation. Like, you know what I mean? It's your turn. Your turn to pitch. Like, and then you just got called up. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean?
That's a bet. That's a bet that people make.
Yeah, first pitch.
Yeah,
What are the odds normally? Is it like
It's
50?
almost even.
Even money.
Even.
It's
Every
even
time, yeah.
fucking
No
money.
shit.
Just
Yeah.
ball a strike.
All strike.
I put 30 grand on ball.
Are you kidding me? You know how hard
No,
it is to rig?
and you'd have to space it out though, because if one guy is randomly out of nowhere, Vegas gets a ticket for fucking
No, you spread it out.
$100,000 on fucking first.
Just
pitch
have a
strike.
bookie, though.
Yeah,
Have a
they're gonna send some text.
Your
Yeah,
bookie-
no,
but
that's
is
what I
your
mean.
bookie in
You
on
have to
it?
put five-
No, your bookie ain't on.
Your bookie's like, dude, do you know Jose?
No.
Yeah, but I feel like if I was a bookie and out of nowhere, one kid, he's never bet first pitch in his life, and out of nowhere, he wants to put $10,000 on fucking first pitch. I'd be like, all right, what's up? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd be
yeah.
like,
Then you can at least match it.
something is up with this. Like, I gotta look into who's playing this. What team is it? I'd be like, where's that kid from? Oh shit,
Yeah,
they went
yeah,
to fucking
yeah.
college
No, that's a good
together.
point.
Like,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know what I mean? That's not connecting.
No,
the dots.
you can't do it with the book.
have-
You got to go to Vegas
You
and
got-
have 8 guys.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
yeah. You gotta space it out. You gotta
Yeah.
have fucking do some
And
Ocean's
then do some
11
other shit to cover it up. Be like, the under.
Yeah, take a couple.
Yeah,
Wait a minute.
perp
That's
soup
gotta
leaves.
that has to happen.
All right, would you bet
I
your
don't-
life? You
I
have
don't
to make a
think-
decision right now. Do you think that's happened? You die if you're wrong?
Yeah.
You think it's happened?
that's
Yeah.
100%.
You think first pitch
Dude,
has been
well,
bet on?
Well, this is obviously getting off track a little bit, but kind of the same thing. This did happen a few years ago, probably like 10 years ago, maybe, with college hockey, the fucking kids.
The goalie.
Yeah, the
The
goalie.
goalie, dude. Yes.
What did he do?
They,
Quinnipiac.
they threw a game or
yeah.
whatever.
You know how
he
that's
let it-
way
he just-
harder. That's way
No,
harder.
it isn't. No, it's not.
Then do a first
They had to get the
pitch.
puck on net.
This dude was letting
No, but
5 whole
the goalie
bunnies
was just
in.
letting, and
Yeah.
he was just purposely letting them.
So he
score.
did the
Yeah, that's
game, not
hard.
first
Yeah.
goal.
Big scandal.
Dude,
Yeah.
all
First
the-
pitch, you
It
can
was like
swing.
the whole team was in on it though. There was
Yes.
like 5 kids on the
Yes.
team. They all bet
College,
Like
I do it
Thousands of
too.
dollars, dude. Tens of thousands of
I
dollars.
bet like 12, 30 racks on it.
Yeah. No,
No,
if you
but
were
this is-
watching
Wait,
this
they
game,
got caught. They got
they got
caught.
caught. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't
They
think,
go to jail.
I don't know if they went to jail.
What
but
were their
they-
text
They
messages?
definitely
or
got
something?
kicked out.
There
of
must have been
school.
text.
They must have been a fucking rat.
Did they take the
sure.
money back?
Yeah, I doubt they paid him, but I think they did it through like illegal bookies too. So they
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
they probably got
So what
paid
are the
there.
bookies like
They
going
probably-
to
yeah.
court?
It's
Yeah,
probably
This guy fucking lied.
no, those guys probably they probably had to pull
I
some
forgot
like
about
Pulp
that,
Fiction
yeah.
shit and like
Yeah.
Bruce Willis at the end and have to like escape to another fucking country. Like
You forgot my watch?
Yeah, some jerk off in college fucking rigged a bet when I was a bookie. So now I live in Venezuela.
yeah, but I'm pretty sure they made a ton of money off it. But I think they definitely got caught. But I don't know how you prove it unless some idiot fucking
Text.
Yeah,
it must-
text
it had to be
messages.
text messages like, oh, I can't believe you let that one in.
Well,
like that.
you know what's so if you go to Twin River, I know for a fact it's on purpose. You cannot bet on URI or Providence basketball or hockey.
That makes
in
sense.
Rhode Island.
Yep.
That makes perfect sense.
What's the reason? Because you probably know people.
'Cause
You
I
know
do-
people.
I
Plus
would
the
drive
mob
around.
still runs Providence.
Yeah.
That's
Put a
straight
gun
up.
to
The
some
mob
little
runs
fucking kid's head
Providence.
I
on
go
the,
to Twin
on the
River all the time.
flyers and be like, if you win this game, I'm killing you and your entire family.
Yo, Twin
That's
River. Twin River has a mini casino right near my house. In
Yeah, Tiverton, right?
Yo, oh my god, dude.
That's near. That's
Where do you
near
live, Joey?
Wareham.
I live in where? Yeah, it's like 25 minutes away.
What? I didn't
Yeah.
know it was that close.
Yeah, yeah. I spent Christmas Day at the Tiverton. It was a good time.
Do they have a sports book? Yeah, right.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. They have a sports book. They don't. Yeah,
They don't have table games though, right?
They have table.
slot-
Yeah, fuck yeah. They have
Poker?
table games.
They got
Yeah,
poker?
yeah. They have a poker room, but it's been closed since COVID.
Yeah, that makes
Sucks.
sense.
Yeah.
All right, Bob. So this is the second time now that you've been supposed to fight Trapzilla. I was under the impression that he pissed hot the first time.
Yeah, he got
Come to
COVID.
find out, he got COVID.
He did. He had
Okay.
COVID, yeah.
Which is like the Bill Gates version of pissing hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for some reason, he sent me the like results. Like he was like, hey, just so you know, he like legit sent me a screenshot of his fucking
Fake.
positive.
Fake.
That's what everyone keeps saying. I'm like, unless he's like a fucking expert fucking Photoshopper, they look pretty legit. To
He
me.
watched Bob's trainer videos. He was like,
There was a kid that dropped out because of I posted a video on Instagram of me hitting the mitts, and I was supposed to fight because I was actually supposed to fight a different kid this time, and he fucking dropped out the next day.
no shit.
I thought
Even though he'd already seen me fight 4 times, so I don't know. I'm like,
yeah.
how did this video? He said he's like, oh, I don't know. He was like, I don't have enough time to get ready for this fight or whatever. Like he was acting like I was like ahead of him in training and that he didn't have time to catch up or whatever. So he dropped out. That's why I'm fighting Trapzilla again.
Didn't that happen in the Providence one? I thought you were supposed to fight a kid from the North Shore. I thought
yeah,
because
yeah.
the whole promo going to that fight was North Shore versus South Shore.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was
So
supposed
wasn't
to,
it?
but
It wasn't. He backed out, right?
there were
they
a couple
couldn't-
kids that backed out. Yeah, I don't know why. Pretty sure some kid failed a fucking blood test we have to take, which means he had like fucking AIDS or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
oh, it's not even
You
for
can't
drugs?
fight with
No,
AIDS?
no, you have to do a blood test before every fight or whatever. Like you have to do it once every like. It depends how many months are in between your fights. So like I don't have to do it every time, but I've had to do it like twice in the last year or whatever. But that was the first one in Providence. We all had to get blood tested, and they were like, oh, I was supposed to fight some kid, and they were like, oh yeah, he failed the blood test. And I was
Oh, yeah,
like,
hepatitis. or
Wait, so
something.
you can't
Yeah.
fight? You can't fight with AIDS?
no,
Well, there goes my fighting career.
yeah, I know.
Fucking USADA's knocking on Bob's door.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
but fucking,
Get out here. He's in the safe room.
Yeah. So they that kid got scrapped, and then a couple other kids dropped out or whatever. But
But are they testing you for drugs?
no, they can. They
can. Okay, but they don't. But they haven't so far. 4 fights.
I
5
haven't
fights
been
in.
tested, but they have in the past. I know some states are more strict than others. I guess they did it in Kentucky a few years ago, and some kid failed for like coke or whatever.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Really?
What about weed?
What
What about weed? What about weed?
The UFC doesn't care about coke. That's not like a.
It is a performance enhancement drug though.
That's because Dana White.
Even though
No,
I
that's not
don't think
true.
it would. I don't,
It's not a banned
No,
substance.
you can fail before the fight, but day of fight, you can't have coke. in
Yeah,
your
that's the
system.
same thing with weed. It's the same thing with weed.
Yeah, I think it is.
Well,
yeah.
During training, you can't.
No, one of the Diaz brothers got popped.
they
for
changed
weed.
yeah, that
It's a
no,
new
no.
rule.
That was
that was
while
years
he
ago.
was supposed to
Yeah.
fight. That was while he was supposed to fight. They were open about smoking weed.
pretty sure weed. The
yeah.
rules have changed. With
Yeah.
years ago.
It might be state by state though.
It is state by state.
But yeah, fucking what was I gonna say? It's actually kind of funny. Jose Canseco obviously fought in the last one, and he.
He's probably pissing red hot.
They had like a team, not team meeting, but they had like a meeting before with like all the commissioner of the athletic commission or whatever, and like all the refs and the judges and all that shit, and then like all the fighters, and they just go over all the rules and everything. And at the end, he goes, "Any questions?" And Jose Canseco raises his hand, and the guy's like, "Yes," in the back, and he's like, "Yeah, do you guys test for steroids?" That's it, dude. Everyone started dying laughing, dude. It was like, and it's just funny because all the commissioner people, like, all wicked serious. Like, they come there in suits and shit and walk around with clipboards, and they're like, they're all business. They're not like, and they all started dying laughing. Like, right when he said, there was like instant laughter. It was fucking hilarious. Like,
well, that's the funny thing.
What do you think they test for?
No, but the guy, his answer was, we have the right to test anyone for anything we want when we want. Like, if we wanted to test you for steroids, we could, but we're not going to because
we've seen you in the mirror,
and we know you'll fail. So
So that's a situation where I think he threw that fight 100%.
Yeah.
What?
And Barstool gave their money back to anyone that bet on Jose Canseco.
Well,
yeah, that was the biggest fucking scam of all time, dude. I was sitting right there at front row seats. Like, he didn't even get hit.
Did you fight on that card?
Yeah, I fought right before.
Yeah.
Legit fought right before him. So
he said his shoulder hurt or something, right?
Yeah,
no, he said his shoulder was.
This is why I had front row seats, because I fought right before them, and you have to get checked out by a doctor every time you leave, win or lose. Like, they make you get checked out by the doctor. So I was sitting in a chair right there getting checked out by the doctor when they started bringing them out to the ring to like get ready to fight. And I just was like, hey, can I just sit here? It's like right next to the judge's table, and he was like. He like looked around to see if anyone was gonna care, and he's like, "Yeah, I don't give a fuck." And I'm like, "All right, cool." Yeah. So I literally just turned my chair around with all of them and just sat right there. And so I had like,
that's awesome.
I was expecting it to be like a decent fight or whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was gonna be fucking 6 seconds long. I would have got up and walked away. I wouldn't even waste my time. But anyways, I was sitting directly in front of where he fucking took a dive.
Yeah.
He didn't even get hit. It was the biggest fucking joke of all time. He covered up. He barely got touched in like the gloves.
Yeah.
And he just goes right to the ground. And I'm sitting there like, did this guy really just fucking go down from that? Like, he didn't even get hit. And then he's like, oh, my shoulder. He's like shaking his head no at the ref. And I'm like, oh my God, this fucking pussy.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Can you bet on those fights?
Barstool Sportsbook.
Okay, all right.
That's the only
it.
reason, though.
So what were your odds?
I don't know. I didn't even see it.
I've always tried to bet on a book that I go through.
It doesn't work, does it?
Don't work, no.
Yeah.
Bovada does. I'm pretty sure Bovada does.
Yeah, I heard someone told me one time they found a website with lines on me. I don't even know what it was.
Bovada
there was one where I was like a huge favorite, and I was like, don't even bet on
I know
me.
for a fact. I think his first fight.
I was like, I have too much pressure now. Like, put fucking.
I'm minus what?
Yeah. No, I think someone said I was like minus 900 or something, and I was like, all right. That's way too much pressure for me to like risk losing your money.
I don't think that's a fair odds.
Dude, you know, there was a kid from Braintree that he did. There's like a little like pick'em type thing where it's like you pick each fight in Rough N Rowdy. If you pick them all perfectly, you win like $10,000.
Oh no, they do that. It's a pick 5 thing.
Pick 5, but there was one kid from Braintree that had everything, and
except Jose Canseco.
It was
Jose Canseco fucked him for like 20 grand.
I think they paid out 10,000, but yeah.
My friend almost got it right. He was if I won my knockout in the last fight, he would have won.
That's what I was thinking.
One of my best friends. He was fucking pissed, dude. He's like, "You're a fucking pussy. You couldn't knock him out."
Are you 4-0 decisions?
No, 2 decisions, 2 TKOs.
2 TKOs.
Yeah, my first 2 were TKO.
Good numbers.
We're about
3
TKOs.
In 3 minutes, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's the thing, too. A lot of times I run out of time. Like, I'll be hitting the kid good, and then the bell rings, and I'm like, fuck. And then it's a minute in between, and I gotta start all over.
But while you're in there, like a minute, I know.
Oh,
like
it's long
as
shit.
A minute feels like an hour.
When you're wicked tired, it feels like an hour. When you're not tired, it feels like it goes by in 2 seconds.
100%.
When you're on the offensive, it's like fucking over before it even starts.
Is there a big clock?
But when you're like getting lit up and you're fucking tired, then it feels like it's never
ending.
No, there's a big screen with a clock on it that I always try to like peek at. It's actually funny. The dude Robbie Fox, who's one of the commentators that works for Barstool, obviously. He said I didn't hear it at the time, but I watched a video after. Like, one of my friends sent me the video. Obviously, I was like, "Oh, let me see the video. I want to watch my fight." And he says it in the commentary. He's like, "Oh, I think I just saw Bobby Laing looking at the time clock. He might be experiencing some fatigue." And I was like, 100% what I was doing. I was starting to get tired, and I was looking because that was actually when my nose started bleeding. And down the second round, and I was clear as day. It was right after I knocked the kid down. So I knew I had like 8 seconds or whatever. So I was like trying to see the fucking clock, and he called me out on it wicked bad. I actually messaged him on Instagram after and told him, I was like, "Hey, just so you know, you fucking sniped that. That's 100% what I was doing."
Threatened him.
No, I don't care. I thought it was funny. I was just like, yeah, he was 100% right. I was 100% looking for the clock because I was fucking gassed.
He knows his shit too. He watches a lot of.
Yeah, he does.
sports,
That's like his thing.
So your next fight is this
He's cool too. He's one of
this
those.
next Saturday, right?
Yeah.
What time?
Friday.
Friday. Okay.
Yeah. The whole thing starts at I think 8, but I probably won't go on until like 11.
Are you the main event?
I don't know yet. They didn't tell me, but
Really?
I think
Better
I
be.
might not be the main event because they have
Co-main?
probably co-main, but because they have
the midgets, right?
Yeah, the midgets.
That's annoying though. That's
Well,
so
one of them is like legit famous. He's in like the WWE. And,
Oh,
like,
okay.
He has like fucking hundreds of thousands of followers and shit. So I have a feeling he's gonna be the main event, which is kind of a joke that like nothing against them, but it's like you're having the little
Nothing
people
against
fight
midgets.
over me, but
I don't want to overstep asking you this, but do you get more money as a main event, or is it just based on?
it's pretty much if you're on the main card.
Okay.
The main card.
Get more money as a midget.
Yeah. The main,
Yeah, no, I bet you the midgets get. Yeah.
No, I mean, this dude who's famous is definitely getting a ton of money. I don't know how much.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
He's, like Jose Canseco made $1 million.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
yeah. That's how they do it.
This guy, I looked him up. Like, obviously, I don't watch WWE, so like, I don't even know. I didn't know idea who he is, but apparently he's pretty popular in WWE communities or whatever. And I clicked on him. He has like 1 million followers or something. You know what I mean? So he's pretty famous. So I'm sure he's getting decent fucking coin for his fight.
All right, so if Paul wins and that midget loses, you should call the midget out.
No, I'm gonna call it my. Well, that's already kind of. I don't want to give away my game plan yet, but you guys were saying earlier, I should call it the Paul brothers. Like, I was kind of already thinking. I'm like, well, there's gonna be a lot of WWE guys that are watching. You know what I mean? So I might have to call some of them out.
The Rock. Call the Rock.
That's
out.
what I was gonna ask. Because you have some pretty like.
Well, because they've been so like I've been noticing on the videos and shit. A lot of them like have been commenting on his thing like. Because they're all like friends or whatever, like, yeah, my boy's gonna fucking, and then there's a blue check next to the name, so I'm like, oh, who's this? And I click on it, it's like WWE, and I'm like, oh shit, and there's like 1 million. I've seen already 1 million of them, and I'm like, all these guys are fucking watching this, and I'm like, so
Yeah.
I'm just gonna call all of them out and tell them they're all fucking fake fighters and they're pussies. And I don't care.
That'll work.
That's a good
That
move.
sounds like
I don't
it'll
care how
work.
much fucking juice they stick up in their ass. Like they're not gonna.
Yeah, you'll
fucking-
fight them.
Yeah, I'll fucking beat the fuck out of them.
That's what I was
Hopefully
gonna.
hopefully one of them's like on the end of their career, washed up, like looking for another big payday, and they'll
I'm sure one of them is.
yeah.
Right.
I'm sure.
You go down the list, you
Yeah.
might catch one.
I know. So it's worth a shot.
Yeah.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So
Yeah, you have some pretty historical post fight moments. Do you plan those?
I always plan shit, and then I'm so tired, and I just like don't say anything that I planned.
Did you call the Patriots winning the Super Bowl? Or was that the year prior?
No, that was 2019.
Yeah,
when I-
2020 they won.
No. We won in 2018.
Yeah. No, they
2018.
definitely didn't. I know one fight. I said they asked what the kid won 25 grand on the play Barstool thing.
Hey, you told him to put it on
I
the
told him to
Patriots.
put it on the Pats, dude, and they got smoked.
Did he do it?
I don't know. I don't fucking know who it was, but it was some random kid. But I was like, put it on the Pats this weekend, and they literally got blown out. Like,
He
it was-
messages you like, "Yo, can I get like 100 on Venmo? I have no more money."
I'm sure. I mean, if he did it, that's his own fault. But that was back when the Pats still might have been
What was
good.
that? Eagles?
No, that was the Titans. We lost to the Titans in the
Yeah.
Yeah,
wild
was
card
that it?
round.
Okay. No, it wasn't even playoffs yet. This is October.
Oh,
Oh,
This is
probably
This was like
Baltimore.
Yeah, it was early on.
yeah. This
It
was like 4
Oh, it
games
must
into the
have been-
season.
It must have been
Yeah.
ball. We were 8-0. No, we were 8-0.
No.
Oh yeah, it was a random game of the regular season.
This was with Cam Newton.
Yeah.
This was recently.
so this is this year.
like-
Okay.
All right,
This
now
was
that's what I'm thinking of.
That's what I mean. This is when we
Probably
still,
San Fran.
This is when we still didn't know.
41 to
yeah.
0.
It might have actually been San Fran. Now I
Yeah.
think
Oh yeah,
This,
what it had to be.
well, this is when
they
we
killed
still
us.
didn't suck yet. Like
Yeah.
we still were like maybe Cam Newton's
So
good.
what's San Fran?
Oh,
You know what I
Denver,
mean?
Denver.
2020.
It must have been Denver.
Maybe it was. Yeah, I forget.
Yeah.
But
You said you want to talk about the stars of the line, and I think you said like put everything on Patriots this weekend or something.
yeah,
like
I
that.
said no. That was
they-
the first fight.
Oh, all right.
No, the first one I said
They were gonna
the
win
Pats
the
go
Super
in
Bowl.
the Super Bowl, and obviously they didn't. That was when yeah, you're right. That was when
Alright.
they lost the Titans.
What one fight didn't you walk out to Darth Vader's song?
No, I wanted.
You
to do
wanted
that.
to, right?
They wouldn't
Right,
let
yeah,
me.
that-
You're a
That's-
big man.
dude,
You're a big man.
That would have been
guy.
so sick.
I said like 3 times in a row. They kept being like, "What do you want to come out to?" And I was
Darth
like,
Vader.
"The Imperial March."
That's fucking sick.
And their guy was just like, "What?" Like I'm like,
I can't believe they weren't down for
I
that.
don't-
They have to pay Disney
That's-
royalties.
I-
Oh,
You
yeah,
can't-
honestly
you
think
can't-
that's why.
They own the Darth Vader.
But
thing.
still, that would have been so bad.
Because they didn't tell me they weren't. They didn't even tell me they weren't going to do it. They were just like, "All right, you're up," and I'm like,
This is not
I'm
my
like,
song.
I don't.
Yeah,
Yeah, they had some.
I don't hear
stupid-
the Imperial.
They had like some random ass song on, and I was like, all right, that's not the Imperial March, but whatever. Like,
Me and Liam went to a Red Sox Yankees game at the old Yankee Stadium, and they were introducing the Red Sox lineup, and they played the Imperial March, and I thought that
sick.
was so badass.
It is,
yeah.
dude.
Oh, they thought that was
Has
like a
any-
bad thing to play.
Because they're the enemies.
Yeah,
the
but
Red
still,
Sox. No,
sometimes you're rooting for the Imperials.
but that was cool.
Yeah.
that
any
was cool.
fighter ever
What do you
came
mean
out to the Imperial March?
sometimes you're rude?
I feel like that would be like the most badass thing of all time.
I can't believe a
Yeah, that's
UFC
what I'm
fighter hasn't
saying.
done
Has
that
anyone
yet.
ever done? Yes, I hope no. I mean, I was gonna say I hope nobody listens to this because I don't want to. I do want people to listen to this,
Yeah, but I hope
but I
they
hope
don't.
no one
Nobody
steals my
listens.
idea. What if somebody's like, "Oh, that's a good idea," and then
It's a-
next thing you
dude, I
know, it's
can't-
like
the fact that you
a
were the
viral
first-
video, and then it's like,
Oh,
I
he's-
fucking thought of
He's
that.
probably not the first. Everyone just realized that Disney owned it, and they're like, "Oh, we don't."
I think that's.
we don't have the money for that.
Because 2 times in a row, I told them my first 2 fights. They asked what I want to come out to, and the second time I was like, I'm sticking with the Imperial March. Like, and both times they made it sound like they didn't tell me no. You know what I
They
mean?
could
They're
get
just
it
like,
done.
okay. And then both times it didn't happen. And
They
I
picked
was
their
like,
own
all right,
songs
so
for you.
The last all 4 times they've picked. Just
Are you gonna
random-
give up now? Or do you have a new song?
I have a new song.
All right. Are you gonna tell us it now?
I feel like it'd be better.
Don't
if I
tell us.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah,
tell us.
yeah,
Yeah,
don't
don't
tell
tell
us,
us.
This
don't
one's
tell us.
actually. This is gonna be like. This is actually like perfect. I don't know how I never thought of it.
All right.
Don't tell us.
I have a funny story about walkout songs. So, Rory McDonald, he was in the UFC for a long time, and then he changed his phone number, and some random guy just happened to get his phone number. So the UFC staff had some random guy's phone number saved as Rory McDonald. Be like, hey, like, what are you thinking for your walkout song this week? And he would text his phone number, and this random guy like picked up on him, and he was like, oh, dude, like this. They're asking
They
me.
think I'm Rory.
They think I'm Roy McDonald. So he started picking this guy's fucking walkout songs.
Yeah.
And Roy McDonald was always like, yeah, like, why does everybody else get to pick their songs? And like, I just kind of come out to whatever.
That's awesome.
And then they eventually found out, and they were like, dude, like, he was like, I kind of want to like pick this song for this fight, but like, I don't know who to talk to. They're like, what are you talking about? I talked to you last week. And he was like, no, you didn't. He goes, isn't this your phone number? He goes, no, that's my old phone number. So that's how they found it. So some random dude,
Whoever the random dude is,
the savage.
he's the man.
yeah.
Yeah, to just roll with that.
Imagine that's like your reaction. You're like, wait a minute, I can fuck with this guy so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When my dad first bought his house, for like 6 years, he was getting $10 in the mail from some kid's grandmother for his birthday every year.
I think you have to buy a scratch ticket.
What kind of fucking grandmother is that?
$10.
$10.
Fuck out of here,
If my grandmother
Yeah.
gave me $10, dude, I'd be
That's what
out
I
of
was
there.
thinking.
I'd be out of there. $10. Give me a break.
For like 6 months, I was getting People's Magazine for the dead lady that used to live here. Then they started sending me mail, and you're like, hey, like, you got to renew your membership. And I'm like,
I don't have a
she's dead. It's fucking hilarious.
So you're a big Star Wars guy? I've seen your Mandalorian reviews.
Yeah, I'm the biggest Star Wars guy.
You like The Mandalorian?
Yeah, I fucking love the Mandalorian.
The Mandalorian's classic.
How did you like that?
That's the
That was
best shit
terrible.
that Star Wars has ever put out.
No, Han Solo.
No.
I think,
Mandalorian.
honestly,
Mandalorian.
It's a hot take, but I think Rogue One was like the best.
I love Rogue One.
dope.
I love Rogue
the
One.
only Disney.
I love Rogue One.
Disney, the 3 movies they made
Trash.
for the original storyline
Trash.
continuation were fucking horrible.
Horrible.
All 3 of them
Horrible.
sucked. The Mandalorian and the Solo movie. that
Solo
also-
was sick. I love it.
No, I was gonna say it sucked. You think it was sick?
that is-
Dude, rewatch it.
that
It
is
was
amazing.
nasty.
Dude, I thought the storyline was so. All right, listen. We've been here with the Kessel Run for fucking since the 70s, all right? And then that's what it is some stupid droid that nobody cared about, like figured out a fucking loophole in the computer system and like skipped them through like that's Han Solo's claim to fame was some fucking random ass droid that was like a no-name character that just figured out the Kessel. Listen, the Kessel Run, the whole movie, I was like, I can't wait to see the Kessel Run. Like, what's gonna be the like? And that's what it was. That was the biggest. I almost got up and left the theater when that. I was like, that's it. That's it.
But what about the end when you find out the chick was obeying?
Khaleesi.
Khaleesi
Yeah.
was obeying the now Darth
Oh yeah,
Maul.
that was the only. Yeah, that was.
I saw Solo
All
in
right, go with
IMAX
that.
4D, so it ruined it for me. Like when they would do certain things, they would spray smells at you.
What?
Did they really? All right.
Yeah, IMAX 4D
never
and
done
Randolph.
that.
You could smell Chewbacca in
all
the pit.
every smell was just horrible. It was just like horrible smells. They kept spraying
Is
in
that
my
real?
nose.
Are you being serious?
Yeah,
That's a real
I'm
thing,
not
yeah.
joking.
They
Yeah.
give you smells?
Smells miss. If it's rainy, you can feel the.
I don't
Anyway,
need
I'm in a
smells.
chair. The first like scene was like that getaway chase,
That was nasty.
and I was like, "Holy fuck! This is gonna be the best decision I've ever
I
made."
just thought the actor that played Han Solo sucked.
Yeah, I thought the whole. I thought the
it
whole.
wasn't that great.
I thought the whole
he
movie
was
sucked.
good.
I thought
They
the
should
whole
have
movie
had.
sucked.
They should have had Chris Pratt do it. He would have.
I would have been down for that.
I remember they were talking about Chris Pratt doing it, and I was like, "That's the guy."
Wait,
That is
you know
the
the
guy.
guy that plays the Winter Soldier in Marvel?
yeah,
Yeah.
He should have played. He should have played Luke Skywalker.
yeah. He does look like.
He looks like
him.
Luke.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
Instead of that, the guy was clearly a cartoon. Which
Like,
it was
talking
still
about the
epic.
Mandalorian,
Yeah,
the CGI at the end. Yeah, I
It
know.
was
That's the
still
thing. I don't really like
epic, but
CGI, but
neither do I.
that part was sick though.
That guy would have been fine for that though. He would have been fine.
Yeah,
for
he
that.
look. Yeah, but no, I don't know. I feel like you gotta have the real Luke in there. Like,
was that
I
the
get
real
it.
no,
Luke?
but it was just. It was
Yeah.
really hit his
Yeah.
face. Like,
Yeah.
it just.
Yeah.
He's obviously a lot older now.
Yeah,
but-
yeah, yeah.
I got 4 episodes in the
Point is-
Mandalorian. I tapped out.
What?
Tapped out.
What?
Here's what I want.
Every
The
episode
idea
gets
of it,
better.
the
No, it
idea
doesn't.
of
It
it
gets
for me
worse.
was nasty. But I want like dark and dirty, the
Yeah,
underworld of
yeah,
Star
I
Wars.
like what you-
I wanted to be in titty bars where everyone had 3 tits.
Yeah, yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
I know. I
Like,
want like rated R stuff.
I want a rated
Yeah,
R bounty hunter Star Wars.
That's
Yeah, that
how.
would be
That's
sick.
how a bounty hunter show should be.
Yeah.
that's how it
that's
should
how-
be. You're a bounty hunter.
Mandalorian was like kind of dark though. Like there was like
yeah,
dark.
it was.
It was.
Yeah, for a 13-year-old.
It was just
Yeah, I know.
Mandalorian was like buy the books. Like this is what fucking happens.
No,
Yeah,
every
he was-
every episode was like, oh, like Baby Yoda got me to some bullshit today. That's all it was, and I was like, all right.
Yeah, that's
dude,
what I want to
Whatever.
see.
Regardless, my point was Solo sucked. Rogue One though was fucking sick.
That was
It's
dope.
sick.
Like that's the thing. Disney.
It was like a Battlefront movie.
when Disney like does their own thing, like separate from the original storylines,
always
it's good.
sick.
It's epic.
No, it's no. Their own thing is good.
When they try and-
to
yeah.
like recreate,
100%.
Okay, yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
100%.
like the trilogy they just came out with. They're trying to like piggyback off the same storyline and continue
sucked.
the storyline,
sucked.
and it sucks. Rogue One though, they're like,
was
hey,
sick.
let's create our own new story, whole new thing, and it was fucking sick.
And we needed an
And it was like-
explanation for why he could just shoot one shot into the Death Star and it explodes.
Yeah, that-
like
that-
Rogue One.
yeah, you're right.
Rogue One filled that
Yeah.
void for us.
Okay, but look,
was
Marvel.
the reason?
They've killed Marvel.
What do you mean, what was the
Marvel
reason?
is the greatest
You never
series
seen
of
Rogue
movies
One?
that
Yeah,
ever
I'm a big
saw.
Marvel guy.
I'm a huge Marvel
Oh
guy.
yeah. You
Yeah.
watching Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
obviously.
Yeah.
Did you see
There's
the
a
new
bear
one?
shit in the
Did you see
woods?
the new one today?
Yeah.
No, I
Oh
didn't
no,
watch- I
not
didn't watch
today.
the-
Not today.
I didn't watch it.
Don't
yet.
say anything.
That's the best
Don't say
episode
shit.
yet.
I wait a
Just
couple
wait.
days.
If you ruin it for me, I will quit this podcast.
I'm not gonna-
I'm
I'm not
my
gonna ruin
first
it
and
for you.
last one if you ruin it for
My
me.
guy, you gotta watch it tonight.
I will. I'm gonna watch it the second I leave here.
Yeah, seriously, it's so good. It's the best one by
Okay,
far.
I thought it was subpar until last episode, and I was like, I'm gonna give this a chance then.
Dude, Baron Zemo is just my guy. I love him.
He's the man.
And I hated him in Civil War.
I know.
And I love him.
No, but
in
I
this.
love a villain that like believes what they're doing is right.
Yeah.
That's what makes
Yeah.
a good
Yeah,
villain.
yeah, yeah. Like
he's
Thanos, like Thanos.
Yes, Thanos
Yeah.
is that perfect
But
example.
Thanos, you could clearly had mental problems because instead of killing half a life, double the resources, and everybody lives. You get what I'm
know.
saying? Like,
How has no one thought of that? It's like Thanos, you can do whatever you want with these things.
it's like there's not enough resources. I have to get rid of half of the life, and I'm like, or you could double the resources. But anyways, no. So
yeah, but then at the same time, it's like at some point, I think his whole. I'm sure he thought about that.
you're giving him too much credit.
But if you do that, eventually the humans will keep overpopulating,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
eventually they'll
Keep
catch
fucking
up.
doubling
No,
it.
you know what I mean?
He's
Eventually,
not a bad guy.
he's a
eventually
very
you'll
bad
run
guy.
out.
He's a
He's
very
just
bad
Bill
guy.
He's a bad
Gates
guy.
with the fucking Infinity Rings.
Thanos is like the one character in all of like sci-fi though that could like show up and I would just like pull my pants down and get on my knees like
You'd have to.
Why would you pull your pants
Because
down?
he controls the universe.
What are you gonna jerk off on
one
his
or the
feet?
other.
Like,
he can fuck me if he wants. That's the
Oh, speaking of the
why-
Winter
He is the
Soldier.
fucking. He is the master of the Infinity Stones. He is
Yeah.
the Reality Stone. He could change you into a hot girl. Why would he fuck you?
He's just powerful. That's all I'm saying. I don't want
Yeah,
anything
right?
to do
Get
with
over
him.
yourself, dude. He ain't fucking you. buddy.
Yeah, I'm
He
sorry.
can fuck anyone on the
He's gonna
planet.
step on your head before he even tries thinking about fucking you.
All right, he can do that. I'll lay my head
Listen,
on the curb.
GSP in the Winter
Yeah,
Soldier.
that's what you're
Yeah.
saying.
Oh, yeah.
Wait,
So-
wait till you see this next episode.
I forgot he was
Oh,
in.
don't tell me that.
No. GSP was in the first episode.
Yeah.
He's in this next one.
Oh, is he? All right, because I remember I forgot because it was years ago.
He was
when
in
I-
Winter Soldier.
Yeah, when he was
Yeah.
in Winter Soldier,
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
And then when I was watching this show, the first episode, I like paused it and I was like, "Is that GSP?" Like, I was like, "What the fuck?" Like, and
Yeah.
then obviously it was him. And-
Because there's a lot of people that look like GSP.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Like, there's a whole country.
I
of
just
people.
wasn't ready for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I'm with you.
and
The
then I was like,
middle
wait a
block,
minute, and then
yeah.
I did
Eastern
some-
Bloc.
And then I realized he was in Winter Soldier, but I was like, oh,
He's Canadian.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, but he looks like he's Eastern Bloc.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, he has the look.
Oh,
What are you looking at?
And that's what that's
Captain
his,
Captain
that's his
America.
character. That's his
yeah.
character.
Dude, him and Captain America had a good ass fight in that fucking.
Wait, how do you guys feel about the new Captain America? Because unpopular opinion, I fucking like the guy. I like the guy. I like that he fucked that guy up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I don't know now where I stand with him. At first, I was like, you know what? He's doing it the right way. He's not trying to step on their toes. He's like recognizing where he stands. Like he's like, listen, I know I'm not fucking Steve Rogers. Like, but then he goes like, then he obviously he takes the serum, which spoiler alert. So now he's a super soldier. So that kind of
somebody out there's like, no.
Yeah. Well, that was like fucking 2 episodes.
Yeah, if you're that far behind, go fuck yourself.
But I'm saying like that. They talk about this, and it's like the type of person that takes the serum is like inherently a bad person. You know what I mean?
No, my dad asked me like 2 days ago. He goes, "Would you take the serum?" I go,
"Your dad?"
Fuck
I would
yeah.
see. Like I'm not a good person.
You wouldn't take the serum?
No, that's what I'm getting to. I'm a bad person. I would take the serum in a fucking heartbeat.
I would too.
I
would be like world power, like superpowers. Like I would take
Super soldier serum.
I wouldn't even fucking hesitate.
Let me tell you this.
I would take it and I wouldn't tell anyone, and then I would just make millions of dollars being a professional athlete.
Or a bank robber.
Yeah, or that.
Professional
Let me tell you this. This will get you excited. The first 9.
I'll take it before my next fight and just kill the kid. They already killed the kid.
Show up with a shield. They're like, what is he
Post-fight
doing?
interview. I'm like, I've been training really hard for this one. I knew I had him this time. Like,
I knew I was gonna kill him.
Hey, the first 9 minutes.
I knew I was gonna kill. Beat him.
The first 9 minutes of the next episode are the best 9 minutes yet.
All right, let's stop blowing Disney. We gotta stop blowing Disney.
Just wait until you see it.
I'd like to touch upon tomorrow's UFC fight night.
Let's do
I know
it.
it's gonna be probably overlooked with the Ben Askren fight.
Same exact time? Is that what's going on?
It's no, it might be another day.
Essentially.
It might be last week. It was daytime.
No.
That was last Saturday.
The main card starts at 10 o'clock tomorrow.
Does
UFC,
it?
Yeah.
You checked?
It's a free fight though, right?
Free fight. Yeah. Well, not free. It's ESPN
Well,
it'll be
Plus.
on
If you're a bum without 2 TVs, yeah, you have to make a decision.
It'll be on
so I'll be
regular
watching-
ESPN. No,
Yeah. No, ESPN Plus.
are you sure?
I'm positive
Why wouldn't it be on regular ESPN?
because they don't do that.
For the last fight night, it was.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it was. I watched it on regular ESPN. I
I don't
promise you.
think you did.
No, I did.
You might have watched
I
the
don't think you
prelims.
did,
I did.
Yeah,
no,
the prelims are on
They do
ESPN.
prelims. That's
Yeah.
it.
No, I watched the whole thing.
All right, maybe once in a while they do that, but
UFC fight nights on
It's
ESPN.
definitely on ESPN Plus.
Plus, yeah.
we can all agree
yeah,
on
it's
that.
on ESPN Plus. But the main event is Whitaker versus Gaslam.
Yeah,
And,
Whitaker.
What's he minus 270?
Minus 270. Gaslam is plus 225. And I'm definitely going to be taking Whitaker.
Whitaker's finally fighting somebody smaller than him,
Yeah,
so he's going to destroy him.
100%.
That's what I think.
I think it's going to go decision.
Yeah, that's fine with me. But Whitaker's used to fighting people bigger than him, and he wins.
Yeah, no, exactly. But I think
Whitaker
this fight
towers over
goes.
this
I think both these guys can take punches, and I don't think either one of them is going to be able to knock the other one out. I think it's going to go the distance, and that's minus 135.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
That's what we're going
I
to
feel
take.
like you can never take a little bit better money to go the distance because it's like, especially in UFC, like
Anything can happen.
one fucking
Yeah,
punch
no,
and now
definitely.
he's on the ground and he TKOs him and
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like when you're betting on it, it's like you gotta take the smart bet. I feel like if you're that confident, you're gonna put up minus 135. It's gonna go the distance. Just take a minus 270 to win.
Oh
That's
yeah,
how I
no,
look at it. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm going to dabble on both.
work smarter,
for sure.
not harder.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
Bob, you're
Like,
100% right. Why try to predict how it happens? Just try to predict what
yes,
happens.
that's what I mean. If you're that
Seriously.
confident he's gonna win, just fucking bet him to win because you don't want to be watching in the fucking third round when he fucking drops him and you're like, no, fuck it, beats the fuck out of him, and then you're like, fuck, I lost my bet because I.
No, exactly. No, I get
what I mean?
that. I get that.
That's the thing. I never take unless it's like plus fucking 250 or something, and you know what I mean, you're getting good money on it. But like minus 135, what's another $130 just to fucking get him, just to win?
Yes,
you increase your chances of hitting your bet so much higher. You know what I mean? So
Definitely.
that's how I look at it. If you're that confident, it's like people that do parlays. I think parlays are for fucking suckers. If you're that confident, just take the game straight up.
No, well,
No, I mean,
what if you're
you know,
confident
I
in
put
3
on-
games?
Well,
How many?
Money wise, parlays are how you make money.
I
Straight up.
disagree.
Really?
You're gonna lose way
I do
more.
disagree.
How many times
Yeah.
have you bet
Parlays
on
are
like
like-
the huge favorite and they just got they just shit the bed and you're like,
very.
Yeah, but well, it's different for fighting because it's like minus fucking.
Oh, you're talking
300 odds.
fighting, okay.
Well, yeah, we're talking just strictly gambling. If we're taking the spreads, minus 110, minus 115, like put a unit on fucking 5 different games. You know what I mean? You go 3 and 2, you make money.
Yeah.
Are you that confident you're gonna hit all 5? That you're gonna take a parlay or 4?
yeah. Say the
I'm
first
saying,
one
if
loses,
you're
your
that-
day's over.
If you're that confident on a game, bet it straight up. Fuck
But
parlay.
UFC,
That's my word of advice for all you novice gamblers out there.
I would say UFC.
Parlays are for fucking suckers.
No, I think in the UFC, parlays are your money.
When
maker.
people do ARs, I want to spit in their face.
Well, what about like two?
I'm like, what are you doing? Just fucking bet the games. Each
What about like
separately.
2 fight parlays? That's why I did that.
That change. That's what we just
does,
said.
yeah.
It changes things because the
Fighting
line is way
changes it,
different.
yes, yeah.
The line's way different.
If you can get 2 minus 300 fighters and get them almost at minus 150, I think.
Yeah, that's different. That's different.
Yeah.
But I'll give you that. But I'm just saying, fucking going the distance.
Yeah, if you're betting the Patriots like fucking minus fucking 1,200 and
yeah,
whatever.
I know.
Yeah.
Like,
the problem with parlays is like a broke man's like dream.
yeah, I know. It's
You know
a
what I
sucker's
mean?
dream. That's
Yeah,
what I mean.
yeah,
Like,
but I mean,
it's like fucking people that bought Dogecoin at like fucking 2 cents. Like,
Yeah, that's fucking
now
assholes.
it's
I know.
45 cents.
Yeah,
right
I
now.
know shit.
Yeah,
45
What about
once in a
Litecoin?
while you get it right. Like
Yeah.
a
Justin-
broken clock is right twice a day. But I'm just
Yeah.
saying, if you live your life like that, you're gonna get them wrong fucking 9 out of 10 times.
But every
Yeah.
UFC, I personally, I put a 5 fight parlay in, $50.
yeah, I
That's
mean,
it. You got it. Yeah, I that's the way I like to do it. And then I do like my individual picks per.
if you're just doing like $50 and whatever,
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
buying a fucking scratch ticket.
No,
Like,
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Just
exactly.
make it a little more
That's exactly
entertaining.
what it's
But
like.
if you're trying to fucking actually hit some bets, like I just
Oh no, you gotta like hammer like.
I mean, for tonight, I got a 9-team parlay and a 3-team parlay into
yeah.
basketball.
See the 9-team. You're
the 19,
praying,
just
you're
like
praying.
crumble it up and throw it in the trash.
No, I just hit one the other day for $3
For 9 teams?
No.
Yeah.
If you're doing a 19 parlay, that's one of those ones where you act like it's the lottery. You don't keep up on it.
Yeah.
And you check
exactly.
it the next day.
Exactly.
You can't just be like, all right, I'm 1 for 9 right now. I gotta watch the next game.
It's more of like an addict's game.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's a low bet, high reward.
Yeah, low risk, high reward.
Yeah.
The only thing I will say, like the open-ended parlays you can do, where you like pick one a day. You know what I mean? That's different because then it's like every day it's like you have a whole new like
What's that? What's an open-ended parlay?
you can. It's like
like an insert slot.
so you pick like you're doing a 5-game parlay. But you don't have to pick all 5 at once. You pick one, and then if you win, you got to pick a second one. Then if you win, you got to
No
pick a third.
shit,
Yeah,
you
That's
can
cool.
do that?
One of my friends does it all the time, and it's like to me, it's like that's like living on the edge because every day it's like you could fuck. Today could be the day you fuck up.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like it's like after 3 in a row, it's like fuck. I might actually hit this thing. You know what I mean?
Damn, that's crazy.
And it also, but it's good because your whole fucking the longer you can keep going with it,
you're,
like the
you're
longer
not
you
risking
go.
more money. Yeah.
Well, I'm saying a lot of times there's like a long time frame. Like you can wait like weeks to put in another one. You know what I mean?
Do you have to pick the amount of bets beforehand?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
before-
So
yeah.
you
Oh,
have
yeah.
5-team parlay, but then you can just whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah, so you can do it over a period of time. Is what,
What
I'm
the
saying.
fuck? You can fucking do that?
Yeah, but so
Is the payouts
but
equivalent?
I don't know. I've never done one. One of my
My
friends does it all
book
the
might
time.
do that,
I'm pretty
'cause
sure you
I-
can do it on like DraftKings and shit. My buddy lives up in
think
like
wow.
New
America
Hampshire?
or whatever, so he drives over the border to New Hampshire so he can do shit on DraftKings. I'm pretty sure you can do it on that, but because New Hampshire you're allowed to.
I've done that
Yeah,
a couple
yeah.
times. Made the
Yeah.
50-minute drive just to sit in a parking lot.
Well, we can
when
do
we
that.
go out to eat in New Hampshire, we fucking.
You can do that in Rhode Island now. You can go to Twin River, get an
Yeah.
account.
It's the same
Oh, I
distance
have an
both
account.
ways for us.
I have an
though.
account.
50 minutes
Rhode
both
Island's
ways.
way closer.
One of my friends lives in like,
18 minutes.
He lives right on the border of New Hampshire, so he has a big backyard. If he walks all the way to the end of his backyard, it looks like he's in New Hampshire. He can use DraftKings, so it's wicked funny when it
No
snows.
way.
Yeah, he legit. He lives right on the border in like Kingsborough or something, and
That's the Rhode
so
Island.
he fucking. it's
shit.
funny because when he said it'll be like snowing out, it'll be like a foot of snow in his backyard, and he has to like trudge through the snow all the way to get to the fucking
And put
fence
a bet in,
to
yeah,
like
yeah.
put his hand
He's
up in
that
the air.
close?
Yeah, he lives in Tingsboro, which is right on the border
No
of New Hampshire.
shit,
Yeah,
that's fucking
and his
awesome.
he has a huge backyard.
And he lives on the board.
Yeah, like technically he's still in Tingsboro, he's still in Massachusetts, but your phone, the GPS on your phone or whatever, it registers as he's in New Hampshire, close enough to New
Wow,
Hampshire.
that's sick.
That DraftKings will allow him to put bets in. So I'm saying, but he can't do it in his house. He has to literally go walk as
That's
far as he
hilarious.
can in his backyard. And it's just funny because he says every time it's like a foot of snow, he looks out the window and he's like, "Oh fuck!" Like
That's like a
you know,
dinner
don't
and a
shovel
look
your
at
back.
yeah,
It's not
yeah, no,
shoveled. Like
exactly,
he has to
yeah.
walk through it all. He gets to the end and he's like, just a fucking trail going through. And I always think it'd be funny, like trying to lie to your fucking girlfriend about your bets, and she's like, "Really? There's fucking footsteps in the backyard, all right? Yeah? Can you explain these? Like, there's like 6 different trails. I just put in one bet. Like, you're full of shit."
It's like a day after tomorrow, but with betting. Guy's like frozen with his cell phone right now.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, he's frozen to the fence with it. That's fucking hilarious.
You got it in.
Yeah,
But anyways, what I was saying though is,
Yeah.
you increase your odds
loses.
because the longer you drag out the time, the more good games pop up that that you're more confident on. Like a lot of times when you're doing a fucking parlay on a Sunday for football, it's like you're only
Bail
working
out.
with the games
Bail
that are
out.
available
Yeah.
that day.
Yep.
Whereas if you have like a month and like 2 weeks from now, you're like, "Oh, I love this game." You know what I mean?
People say gambling's not a winning game. If like you're not a degenerate loser, you
Yeah.
can make phenomenal.
You can make a living. You can make a living off of it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I'm
you
just a
could.
loser that like I wake up in the morning
Yeah.
and I go, okay, so the fucking like the Charlotte fucking Hornets are playing so and so
team.
today.
That's my team.
And I'm like, yeah, they're gonna win today.
See, that's the thing.
You know what I mean? Instead of just being like, all right,
Wait
I'm
for your
gonna
hits.
You know you're
I
degenerate
see
if there's like a major sport going on and you're betting on something that's like not at the moment.
Yeah, yeah.
Like for example, like March Madness just happened.
Yeah.
There are people asking me
betting hockey.
like, yeah, who do you like in this game? Like NBA games. I'm like, dude, are you not? There's March Madness.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
why would I ever bet on any NBA game right now?
Exactly.
Like
Yeah.
for a regular season NBA
But
game.
here's the
I'm
thing,
like,
Bob. You're not a fucking college basketball expert. You know
Yeah,
what
but
I mean?
and that's the funny spot is I always do good in March Madness.
Oh, really?
I actually
I've actually heard that.
I actually fucking my bracket this year. I would have if fucking Gonzaga won. I would have won my bracket.
Really?
Excuse
Yeah.
me.
If Gonzaga
Like
won,
actually won the whole bracket.
yes, I was literally. It came down to
Perfect.
like not perfect. No, I'm the
Right,
first
yeah.
guy in the history of the world.
Yeah, I thought you
no,
were
I
saying
mean
that.
like my bracket, my league that I was in with all my friends, a bunch
Yeah.
of people, a shitload of people. I would have won a decent amount of money. Fucking, it came down to it the day of. I was like, holy shit! Like if Gonzaga wins, I win. Nobody can beat me. If there was like 4 people with Baylor though, and like if they
See-
won, obviously Baylor won. So I
Me and Jay
the
finally
point is,
hit-
I made it. I was in that spot. You know what I mean?
I'll
I made
let
it to
you know
spot.
that I talked to Matt shit that I said if you had pre-March Madness, you had Gonzaga to win the championship, you were an idiot.
Yeah, you're an idiot if you have the best
Well,
team
yeah,
in the
they
league.
won.
that's
But
undefeated.
they blow it every year.
Known as the biggest choke artist in college basketball history.
History. They're always
Yes,
losing
I
week
know.
2.
Trust me, I always have Gonzaga in my bracket every year.
Me and Jay
I
I
finally
would
figured
never
the
do
minus
it.
3.5.
And like I knew they were good, but I faded them like the second like round of 64. I was like, nah, they're not doing it.
My formula is always whatever Michigan team is better, I have winning it. And I came close. I came close last year.
Michigan
Michigan State.
They suck.
I know fucking what is it? Loyola Chicago. That's my sleeper team every year.
Is it?
I
You sure?
always have them going wicked.
I
far,
wish you
yeah.
told me that.
Literally,
Literally, they
every-
rape me.
I swear they like are so underrated every single year. Like
Yeah, they are, yeah.
I take them to go like all the way every
Especially
year.
with no fans too.
I know
That's what made the difference.
That's probably why my bracket did good this year because nobody else had them.
Dude, I put so much money on Texas.
Who they play? Illinois, right? And everyone at Illinois.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's like a little bit
I
of a
remember thinking,
rivalry.
yeah, I'm like Chicago, Illinois.
yeah,
like,
yeah.
That's the same state. Like,
Did I tell you what happened to me this
That's
year?
a great logic.
What happened to me?
That's how I think. That's how I think.
With the bracket this year, I was like, oh, I'm not in a bracket. Like, my buddy was like, yeah, no, you are. Like, I sent you the invite. So I filled it out. It was like 11:30 a.m. the day of. I fill it out. I'm checking it all day. I'm like, oh, I'm going off. Nobody else joined the fucking bracket. It's me versus 10 computers. And I came in dead last. They blew me out by like 40. It took me like 2 weeks to realize that I was playing nobody.
wait,
Why
time out.
were you playing nobody?
This isn't.
They auto-picked
This
it.
is news to me. You can auto pick a bracket.
Yeah.
I feel like why doesn't everyone just do that?
No, but nobody paid
Well,
money
because the
either.
computer just favors the favorites. That's why.
I figured the
Does
computer
it?
would have had like an algorithm to fucking come up with like.
They'll throw one in like, oh, they could. It's just the computer. The fucking know.
well, I mean, they beat you by 40. Clearly, they know what they're doing.
I don't know what I'm doing.
And they clearly didn't pick all
Oh, the computer.
favorites.
Yeah, the computer. It's like the Matrix. They all get together and like this guy fucking sucks.
All right, so let's fade all this shit,
All right, Justin's gone. We can fucking take this over now.
dude.
Yeah, suck mad shit about this. Because of a loser.
Is this still like recording?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, it was
Oh,
done
yeah.
shit. But
yeah. We probably should wrap it up soon, but
Yeah, because I think we're about.
let's do. You guys
hour-
want to do 10 more minutes and we'll talk about the card?
oh yeah, real quick,
I got a couple
yeah.
of the fights I wanted to touch upon.
Yeah, I got picks too. I have picks.
Yeah, the picks.
I was right last time too, and you were wrong.
I was wrong.
You guys did-
No. I went 2 for 3 technically.
Guys, introduce this idea. You got the Liam Joey parlay every week.
So me and Joey every week we're gonna do
yeah,
a.
Oh, right after this shit on parlays, now we
Yeah.
can do it.
We're gonna do. Hold on, we're gonna do it through.
Okay, we can do a Liam, Bob, and Joey parlay. if you want.
yeah.
I will take no part in doing a parlay.
All right, then that's your loss.
they lost last week. They lost last week.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't.
The parlay lost?
He might have.
I lost.
I won.
You did parlay?
I did a parlay, but then I did a separate parlay without Liam's
UFC
pick.
and
Alright.
boxing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's not okay. I'll do a parlay for that then.
Yeah, that's all it is. We're not
I
doing
was
like
saying,
Celtics.
Yeah,
plus
yeah.
6.
I was gonna say that's come on.
Yeah.
No, Bob, so you have to come up with your own pick. These two got their locks.
And
You
we
gotta
have,
come up
and
with-
then we all get a
three,
pick.
You have to ride the
So
parlay.
we all get a pick, and we all have to put it together. We parlay it, and we have to take it.
Okay.
Okay.
For this fight night thing. this
But
week?
you could also incorporate Ben Askren or something. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Or
Fighting.
boxing,
All right.
whatever.
Oh, okay.
It's just
all
got to be a martial
All right.
art.
So Liam, the pick that we agree on probably is Chase Sherman.
we do
correct?
like Chase Sherman against
All right.
Andre Arlovsky.
Okay, so we're taking Chase Sherman. We're taking Chase Sherman, and my pick is going to be Alexander Munoz, plus 120
Okay.
versus Luis Pena. He's
All
going to
right,
win.
so we both agree on that one.
Or as well.
I think you guys you have to have different takes.
Okay.
Well, I got a different fight that we
Yeah.
know. So I have no
Sure does want to bet on loses.
no. I have no dog in his Munoz fight.
So then
we
take
can
it. Then take the
hold
Munoz.
on.
I'm
So,
gonna take him.
so should we just do Alexander Munoz and Chase Sherman and call it a day?
Well, I wanted to take Draker Close
Throw him in.
against
Throw him in there.
Jeremy Stevens.
See, that's the fight that I was telling you that it scared me a little bit.
Well,
I looked at it for
Yeah,
a long
so
time.
is that the
Jeremy
last
Mad
fight?
money don't make money. It's a co-main event.
Jeremy's.
All right, if that's the co-main event, take it because then you win you two, and then you have to sweat.
So
that
we're
one.
talking 3 underdogs right now in a parlay together. That's what we're talking
That's
about.
what we're talking.
And you feel good about
I'm
that?
telling you, I'm hammering it.
18 units each.
Wait, time out. So you guys are both doing underdogs. So I'm supposed to weigh in a pick here too, right?
So it's a full
Okay, well,
parlay.
that changes everything.
Oh no.
Because I was thinking about taking Ben Askren, who's the underdog.
Then that's underdog parlay.
Yeah, we'll throw
but
it in.
you can't-
odds gotta be
mathematically,
good.
this can't hit.
no,
Like,
no,
that's
you're fighting
not
it, Ken.
true.
You're fighting it,
That's
Ken.
not
This
true.
change-
No.
I was just sitting there like, Ben, you know what? Ben Askren's gonna win this fight. He can't lose to a fucking YouTuber. Then now, but if I'm throwing in a parlay with 2 other underdogs, it's like, all right,
Three
No,
other
no.
underdogs.
Well,
this is out of control. Like,
it's not like plus so Chase Sherman's minus 105. The guy he's fighting, Andre Arlovsky's minus 150.
okay,
plus
that's
105.
pretty
He's
much
plus
it's
one-
basically
he's plus
even.
105.
basically even. Yeah.
He's
plus
plus 105 now.
Still, all right. Even plus
yeah.
105 is
Yeah.
like barely an
It's
underdog.
not. It's even.
Yeah.
And then the other guy, Alexander Munoz, is plus 120.
Okay, so these are actually pretty even.
Yeah, they're even fights. They're pick'ems.
I love this parlay. I'll write it too.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I'm not taking a pick, but
Yeah.
So,
So
all right,
what do
and then
you want? Ben Askren?
throwing Ben Askren in
I love
strictly
that.
on the basis that if he loses to a YouTuber, he has to probably kill himself.
Yes.
Like you
Yeah.
can't be a professional fighter for your entire life.
he's not gonna kill himself. He might take the money and just
Yeah, he'll be
invest.
happy.
He might invest the money.
He doesn't care about losing.
Hey, win or lose to show up, he's getting $500,000.
Yeah.
He
he's
can never
probably
show
gonna-
his face again, and if he loses the
Yeah.
no one will ever take him seriously again. Like his whole
Sa-
kind of career, kind of
Same
even
thing
though
with Nate Robinson.
yeah, but Nate Robinson was a fucking
there's
basketball player.
No
I
one
know,
gives a
but still,
fuck.
I you heard anything about Nate Robinson?
No, he's still
I
on
didn't
the
hear
ground.
anything about Nate Robinson
He's still
prior
knocked
to
out. Yeah.
Did you guys see that Vine of Nate Robinson pulling up to a McDonald's and he's like, "Can I get a Big Mac?"
yeah,
and the
yeah,
guy goes, "Oh, what?"
It's hilarious.
That's hilarious.
It's not actually Nate Robinson.
No.
Oh no,
He's like, "Yo, Nate." He's like, "Oh, what?"
that's fucking awesome. But I can't even fathom like what it must be like to be Ben Askren if you lose.
Okay, so hold on.
You know what
So
I mean? Can
you
you
want
imagine?
to
It'd be better than me.
you want to log in on that and team up with me and Liam right now?
Yeah, throw it
All
in
right,
there.
so this is the parlay, and it's the real deal.
Okay,
It's Alexander Munoz, Chase Sherman, Ben Askren, and
Draker close it.
Draker Close in a 4-team
Underdog parlay.
completely underdog parlay.
What is that plus?
It's got to be the
Do the
real.
math. Let's see the math.
do the
No,
math.
we'll go to the. We'll do it right now.
Yeah, do the math. I don't have the Jake Lion.
Hold on. TJ probably shouldn't do the outro with that shirt on. Now that I think about it.
All right, guys, that's it from Tail the Tape. Appreciate you guys coming in, and we'll catch back up next week. Thank you.